Valley Bank, we believe that education is the building block of success for our communities, which is why we are rewarding students for getting good grades in school. If you are a Montana student, ages 14 to 25, Valley Bank will pay you for every A earned on your report card each quarter, and a bonus for earning a 4.0 GPA. And after you get paid for your hard work, make sure to celebrate your school pride with our free School Spirit debit cards. Come visit us today to get started.
The mission: sneak inside, give out Pepsi, don't get caught.
Just try it. Trust me?
Pepsi makes the carne asada taste even better.
Right? Well, I gotta go now.
You just got here. You can't leave yet.
I've been here for 6 hours. Wow, Tia, you are so strong. Have some more? More. Wow.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, it's my third plate. Go without me. Just save yourselves.
Life is good for me right now without cigarettes. I could breathe, I could smell, kiss my girlfriend.
Proud of you.
She's happy.
Well, you sound like you don't want to give up, and again, thanks for calling in.
Quit line was a big help for me. I said, hey, I want to quit, I just need help. If someone's going to offer you help, take it.
Good job, babe.
Thank you, honey.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly beheld at the twilight's last gleaming? Who brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Carroll College PE Center on the campus of Carroll College in Helena, Montana. Joe McMahon along with Kurt Paulson, and we have 2 basketball games. We get to work tonight, and we got a pretty good seat here, Kurt. Looking forward to watching both of these games. We're going to start out with the Lady Saints, who are coming off a big victory last night here over Dakota State. Their opponent tonight from Bellevue, Nebraska, the Bellevue University Bruins. Dropped one to Rocky Mountain last night in Billings, Montana, the West Keller squad, but looking for a victory. The Bellevue team, one of 6 new teams in the Frontier Conference, Kurt.
Yeah, these teams are not real familiar with each other, and so there may be a little bit of a feeling out period. I anticipate Carroll a lot of confidence after last night's win. They got a win right at the end of the game, and I anticipate them carrying that into tonight.
Lots of momentum they built off that. If you were able to watch it last night, or if you're a local person here in Helena, Montana, you have to come down and watch the game. It was a last-second shot by Willa Albrecht, the senior from Billings West High School, that won that game for them. And for Bellevue, they dropped a 72-58 decision to Rocky Mountain College. They closed late in the game, but then were unable to finish the game. And ended up losing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Carroll College a little beat up from that last game last night, as it was a very physical contest.
Yeah, Dakota State, they put a lot of pressure on Carroll the whole game.
Sure.
Full court pressure, pressuring their guards, and I thought Carroll handled that really well, and probably grew a lot from that game, and we'll continue that into tonight.
Those are the types of games, I think, for either squad that you really can build off of. And for Carroll, it's something where they're establishing who's going to get the ball, who's going to lead them down the stretch when things get really tight. And as you know, as a former coach, you got to have those go-to guys or gals ready to go to work when the time comes.
Yeah, Albrecht really stepped up. She hit the game winner, and she just got honored on the court as a achievement in her career at Carroll, and she'll be kind of the one they lean on as the conference season gets going here.
For the Bears, the starting lineup has been introduced, and for Carroll, they're about to be introduced. We'll look at, for the Bruins, Bellevue University will start Drew Zuha, She is a 5'6" sophomore out of La Vista, Nebraska. Number 24, Drasani Kyles, a 5'8" junior out of Mission Valley, California. Zakaya Muhammad will also start at 5'11". She is out of Omaha, Nebraska. Joy Barron, she is a 5'11" junior. And she is from Onion Springs, Iowa. It is. Janelle Coleman also is going to start. And the fifth and final starter, a 5'9" junior. She's number 11. So it's Coleman, Brand, Muhammad, Kyles, and Zuha for James Benford, who is the interim coach, took over for the head coach at the end of November, and his team 6 and 7 coming in, 2 and 6 overall in the conference. For the Carroll College Fighting Saints, it'll be Willa Albrecht, Kinsey Allen, Megan Karstetter, Jillian Kandich, and Isabel Aleckson. We mentioned Jillian Kandich. You and I were talking a minute ago, just a freshman. Kandich from Miles City. She's a pretty impressive player for a freshman.
She's going to be a good one, and she plays a lot older than a freshman, I can tell you that.
Yes, she is. They rely on her down the stretch yesterday. She came up with some big shots for them in the end to help them secure that victory. Well, here we go. Carroll dressed in their, I guess those are their road jerseys. They're purple tonight after playing last night. How hard is it, Coach? Coach, I'll slip up and call you Coach. I know you're not coaching anymore, but you're also always going to be a coach. But anyway, how hard is it to come back-to-back like this early in the season?
Well, this kind of has sort of a non-conference game feel just because these teams are unfamiliar with each other. They haven't been beating on each other for years like the old days. So I think it'll take a little bit of feeling out period for both these teams.
All right, we're set. Albrecht at the center jump circle with Muhammad. The tip controlled by Carroll. And Albrecht will get it back to Kinsey Allen. And the Saints have it underway, moving, as you can see, from left to right. It looks like man-to-man defense. First few possessions here for Bellevue. Underneath, they go right to Albrecht. Her shot no good. The rebound pulled down and out of there with it, number 4, Jory Barron. Picks that one out. Carroll. Looks like trying to trap at the top. To number 15, Zahabi Muhammad, and her shot out of bounds. So both teams really kind of just taking a first look, trying to figure it out.
Looks like Carroll on the first possession really wanted to go right to Albrecht, kind of on a baseline shuffle cut, and we'll see what they go to next here.
I noticed last night in their game, they went to Karstetter early on to try and get her active. Here she is setting a screen for Albrecht, but Albrecht decides to work the right side. Willa now looking inside for Karstetter and throws it away. Turnover. Muhammad got her hand in there, got the basketball. Quickly up ahead is Kyles. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Zuha with it now. Into the lane, she's going to turn, loses control, ball rolls out of bounds. They're going to give it to Carroll.
A little rusty for both teams to start here, and I think they'll settle in here and things will go a little smoother both ways.
Number 23, Zuha with 14 points last night in the loss to Rocky. Kyles with 12. Carroll looking for their second consecutive conference win. Karstetter with a 3 won't go. Karstetter hit a couple of those last night. Albrecht on the drop pass from Allen and can't get it to go. Still a little rusty. Both teams tough games last night, and then Bellevue had that drive, 250 miles to get here.
Yeah, interesting if they would have left after the game last night and made the trip, or if they would have came over today.
3 ball from Coleman, up and in.
You know, you're going to see out of the Carroll women team, Joe, a lot of their bigs, Karstetter and Erickson, they run a lot of the offense through them at the pinch post elbow areas.
Right.
They're in there setting screens and also running the offense through those gals.
As Candace drives to the hole, throws it up, can't get it to go. So Carroll cold right now. And here come the Bruins from Bellevue University. About 1,000 miles from home, but they're a force to be reckoned with. They'll go into number 11, Coleman. Ball's loose on the floor. Looks like a jump ball will be called. Belong to Bellevue. They'll inbound on the baseline. There's Coach Sarah. She walks quite a few miles up and down that sideline every game, doesn't she?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Looks like Carroll's a little bit of a zone, or they had Albrecht on the ball. Back to man-to-man here.
Swing it back out top. That's Kyles. Gets it back from the from number 4, Baran. Shot up, no good. Battle for it. Body's flying out of bounds. It's going to be long to Carroll College. This looks like two tired teams that are just getting the, rust out right now.
Yeah, Bellevue's had a few open threes, and that's going to create long rebounds. So Carroll needs to create some space, put some bodies on people, and get those rebounds.
Erickson. Swing it over to Albrecht. The redshirt senior all the way around to Kenzie Allen, who kind of runs the show for Carroll this year at the point. A new addition to the roster. Cartsetter in with the left hand, puts it up, won't go. She's strong with the left hand, that time a little too much, and Coleman clears it. Into the paint, Muhammad, she's going to wheel, put it up, won't go. There's Erickson with a rebound.
Look for Allen to get these outlets. She's a really quick ball handler. She's going to try to push the tempo, and then if she doesn't have anything early, right into the offense.
On cue, Will Albrecht now gets a screen from Cartsetter. She'll try a three. It's up, too strong. Played about 4 minutes, and Carroll has not scored yet. It is 3-zip Bruins.
You know, one thing I think Coach Sayers in the first huddle is going to harp on her team is hitting the offensive glass. They've kind of been one and done on all these possessions and haven't really got any second chances.
Into the lane goes Coleman. She's going to spin, put it up. Had a pretty good look, but she can't get it to fall. Here comes Kandutch. Freshman Jillian Kandutch from Miles City, Montana, who has got a bright future here at Carroll College.
She's a weapon. She's kind of a combo guard, which means she can, shoot the three or handle the ball, and she's very versatile.
Coach's dream is what you're telling me, right, Coach?
She's going to be a good player. She plays a lot older than being a freshman.
Albrecht hits a three from the wing left side and gets Carroll off and rolling, and we're knotted at 3. 5:33 to play here in the first quarter. Joe McMahon along with Kurt Paulson. Spent 5 years sitting over there on the bench coaching the men's here at Carroll.
Yeah, this is a lot less stressful up here in the booth here.
I told you got to come up here, man. There's 3 ball on up and in by Zuha. And the Bruins jump back out by 3, 6-3. Yeah, it is. It's much less stressful.
You know, that last defensive possession for Carroll, they hopped into their zone. It's kind of a 1-1-3 zone, and they have Carstetter in the paint, kind of in the middle there, and see if they switch up defenses a little bit as we go here in the first half.
Try and confuse Bellevue. Carstetter on cue, drives down with the left hand, puts it up and in. And it's a 1-point game at the 4:49 mark here, quarter number 1 from the Carroll College PE Center in Helena, Montana. Up and in under Joy Baran. Nice move. Joy Baran just went up and under. Found the bottom of the net.
You know, Bellevue hasn't been intimidated to start this game. They're coming out firing and pushing the tempo.
Yep. As I mentioned, losing by 14 to Rocky last night down in Billings. On the baseline drive, that's Kyles. Leaves it on the drive up and in was number 4 with that shot. Moran, it won't go. Underneath they find Kandutch. She'll turn, put it up off the glass again.
And there she is right on cue, running the floor, and Kenzie Allen got that outlet and cut middle and then saw over the top Kandutch kind of hiding under the basket there.
Both Kandutch and Kenzie Allen new to the squad this year have certainly made a difference. On the drive is Kyles. Just swing it back around. Zuha has it. Into the lane with it, up with the left hand. No good, that's Coleman. Albrecht with the block. Allen comes out of there with it. 3 ball on the way for Willa. That won't go.
Again, Joe, I didn't see any Carroll women's players getting in the paint, 2 feet in the paint, hitting the O boards, so I assume that'll be something that they'll address at the quarter.
3:17 to go. Looking for a media timeout here in a minute. Zuha almost has it taken away. And here we will see some substitutions for both teams. 8-7, Bellevue with the lead. We'll be back after these messages.
At Carroll College, we set the bar high. In academics, in discovery, in community. But you won't face it alone. Our professors know your name. Our community lifts you up. You'll not only rise to the challenge, you'll soar into the future. Carroll College, you belong.
At Ascent Bank, we know that in your life, anything is possible. That's why we work to make sure you get the financing you need for any of life's special occasions. We can help you fund that special day, the safest ride, a fresh start, the dream vacation, or your greatest adventure. We're the bank for possibilities, so come see what's possible at Ascent Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back at the PE Center, 3:09 to play here in the first quarter, and the Bellevue Bruins out on top 8-7. They led by 3 a couple different times. Both teams got it slow out of the gate as Bellevue, coming off a loss last night and a drive up to Helena to face Carroll. Carroll in a slugfest last night with Dakota State, won on a last-second bucket by Willa Albrecht.
Looks like Carroll's going to be in this zone again. And watch for them to trap in these corners in the short corner areas. They're very aggressive out of it.
Free ball from Russell, no good. Ava Oakland clears it to Allen, up ahead to Kendutch. She'll push it down the lane, left side. There's Erickson. Ball gets loose, but Kendutch comes up with it. Finds Oakland on the cut. She'll turn into the paint. Wide open is Erickson for 3. It's up and no good. Great job of defensive rebounding by number 5, who's in there, Ellison.
Yeah, the Bellevue women, they're really trying to get that ball into the high post, whether it's against the man or zone, and they're attacking from the high post area and going right at Carroll.
Great defensive play that time by Oakland on the drive. Caroline Ellison drove to the bucket with the left hand, as you saw, and Oakland was there to block the attempted shot. It'll be Bellevue Bruin ball. Got some substitutions coming in. Neiman checks in for Carroll. Ball comes out top, knocked loose by Neiman, who can't recover it.
Always dangerous throwing those over the top like that on the end line out of bounds.
We got a whistle, and it looks like a foul on the floor.
You know, they had him at the shot clock there, and they kind of bailed him out with that foul. They would have kept their hands up a little bit and made her shoot a tough one.
So the Bruins inbound, and it comes to Wharton. Down the lane goes Ellison. Free ball on the way out the front of the rim, no good. Allen with a rebound, Erickson on the run up the left time. They're trying to push it into the corner. Neiman, shot on the way, short. Just a little bit off tonight. Carroll is, both teams not shooting much of a percentage. They'll bring the ball back out top. With it is Wharton. Down the lane, Erickson defending her. That's Ellison. Back out top for 3. There's Wharton, that shot's no good, and it's out of bounds. Ellison picks up her first personal foul.
Kyle's back in for the Bruins.
So 8-7, just about a minute and a half left to go here in quarter number 1. Just underway. Erickson, ball at the top of the key for the Saints. Right side Allen, baseline drive. That's Millman into the paint. Short turn, left hand, nicely done.
Great footwork by Milliman in the paint there, and Kinsey Allen made a nice little pocket pass drop off, and she pivoted and up and in. See, you'll see kind of a 1-1-3 look from Carroll. Their point guard kind of points the ball, and then after the initial pass, they'll kind of maybe balance up with whatever the offense is doing.
Kyles to Ellison. She's in the lane. Can't get it to go. Rebound put back up. No good. Oakland with it with 35 seconds to play on the game clock. 27 on the shot clock. Carroll leading by 1.
You know, I like Oakland. She can clear the defense a rebound, and she kind of brought it up coast to coast. Looks like she's got a lot of skill and feels confident with the handle.
Kenzie Allen hits a fadeaway 12-footer from inside the key. And Carroll stretches that lead out to 3, 11-8. Slow start for both of these ball clubs, which you would expect. Both played last night, tough contest. Carroll with a win, Rocky came away with a loss. Carroll undefeated in conference. And that'll be the it. Played a whole first quarter. Saints lead it 11-8 over the Bellevue Bruins. We will break away, back with quarter number 2 and more action after this.
This is the Frontier Conference, a bigger, better, and fierce frontier. Experience the thrill of competition from 17 of the NAIA's most respected programs. The NAIA and Frontier Conference champion the authentic spirit of college athletics while focusing on the right way to play. It's more than a message. It's a movement that celebrates the NAIA's shared commitment to competition, character, and community. So, are you ready for the fierce frontier?
A lot of our kids and a lot of our people do vape and smoke, especially around here on the res. There's a lot of that.
I see the impact of vaping, amongst our communities as a total negative thing. We always share with the young people is that you got to find your own strengths. You got to find your positive strengths, whether that's reading, singing, dancing.
I would call this hotline, which is called My Life, My Quit. I was able to get through it with their help because I'm living for my people. I'm dancing for my people.
Ding dong.
Mountain dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain to touch the dew. Give me the sunshine, give me a dream. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Welcome back underway to start quarter number 2. Carroll with the basketball and a 3-point lead. Albrecht back in the game after getting a bit of rest. In the lane they go to Millman. She's going to turn, put it up, and it won't go. Pretty good defense. Holding the ground was number 15, Muhammad. They go right inside to Muhammad. She's going to turn with the right hand, put it up, won't go. Albrecht with a rebound. Avery Kraft is checked in for Carroll College. Product of Helena High School here in Helena, Montana. Albrecht will drive the lane, put it up too hard. Rebound. Coleman on the run.
Bellevue's taken 7 threes already, and they're 2 of 7. They are getting some open looks against Carroll's zone, but they're just not converting, and Carroll's defense has been pretty good so far.
And right on point, right on cue there, Millman with a nice block on the drive from number 23, Zuha. So the Bruins will inbound it underneath their own bucket. Nice play, and the shot was right there, but it wouldn't go.
And here's Oakland again, getting the rebound and then bringing it herself, and that's kind of a weapon for Carroll.
There's Neiman. Drive to the bucket, can't get it to go. Another rebound from Muhammad. Kyles. Zuha back to Kyles, into the lane. They look inside for Muhammad. She's going to challenge Milliman. Loses control, and Milliman out of there with it. She's got good help that time defensively from Albrecht, who has it in the corner. She's going to let it rip, and it just won't go. Oakland, great hustle.
Great hustle by Oakland. Came all the way across the court, got the offensive rebound in a new possession, and here she is taking a 3.
Won't go. Neiman with the rebound. That won't go either.
Well, we talked about offensive rebounding at the timeout and the quarter, and I've seen Carroll, putting kids on the weak side and getting those boards as the second quarter started.
So you're saying message delivered at quarter?
She may be listening to us down on the sideline. You just never know, Joe.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what she needs to do. Yeah, that'd be a lot of help. Albrecht in the corners, thinks about it, fires away and nails it.
Albrecht's such a mismatch. She can hit the 3, She's got some nice inside game, and she's so athletic on the offensive rebound. She's just a mismatch at this level.
She can jump out of the gym. She's amazing. At the top of the key, that is Muhammad. Has it stripped away from behind by Neiman.
If you notice when Bellevue gets those high post catches, the Carroll guards are digging down on her. They're not letting her have a clear path to the rim. If she puts it on the floor, there's a hand getting in there and trying to knock that thing out of there.
Like mosquitoes to a bare arm, they're on her. That's right. Oakland with the bucket, and it's 16-8. Carroll has stretched it out to an 8-point lead. There you see it on the replay, the Pepsi replay. Great job by Oakland. She has been such a difference maker here in this first quarter.
She's really been a spark, getting the defensive rebounds and pushing the tempo going the other way, and then on that scenario right there running the floor.
Yep. So for Bellevue and James Benford, what do they need to do here?
You know, when they want to get that ball to the high post, looks like they're going into 15 Muhammad, and that's a part of their game plan. She's got to be aware that there's going to be Carroll hands in there digging on her when she puts it on the floor, so she's going to kind of turn and face the hoop and then be aware if there's a double team, that means she has to skip it across and hit somebody on the weak side for a three-pointer.
Yep, slow them down a little bit. Yep, you're right. So great basketball here. We have a men's game to follow. Glad you could join us this evening. Joe McMahon along with Kurt Paulson from the Carroll College PE Center. Well, it was just a few years ago you played here, and then a few less years ago you coached here, right? So this is kind of a familiar place for you.
Yeah, I've spent a few hours in this gym over the years. I definitely know the lay of the land.
Out of the timeout, look like some full court pressure put on by Carroll. They break it quickly. Zuha has it. Now it's back out to Kyles, over to Zuha, into the corner. It goes to Duran. Rebound, shot no good, but the rebound put back up and in by Muhammad. Muhammad, one of the better rebounders in the conference. Left side, it is Neiman. Her three-point shot won't go. Zuha clears it out of there and pushes it up the court. Carroll gets back defensively. Right down the lane, no help there. Number 5 just cruised right in. That's Caroline Ellison for the bucket. 4-point lead for the Saints. They have the ball. Avery Kraft transferred in this year to Carroll.
Bellevue's pressure's picked up a little bit in the half court. You can see them picking up the ball handler a little tougher and causing some problems with their quickness.
Kraft free ball from Oakland. That won't go. Rebound pulled down by Muhammad. Muhammad does a great job on the boards. I don't know how many rebounds she has, but they're piling up right now. That's Ellison with it. Right down the lane, left hand. She scored again.
I see Bellevue really trying to attack middle. It could be in the high post area versus Carroll's zone. It could be from the wings trying to dribble middle, and that's kind of what has worked for them the last few possessions.
Turnover Carroll as Oakland went into the paint and turned and shuffled her feet. 4 new subs in for Carroll and 1 for Bellevue.
I think that's one of Carroll's strengths is playing a lot of girls and getting some rest. You know, Albrecht checked out right before the first quarter ended, and she got a nice blow there. So I think Coach Sayers is trying to keep these girls fresh.
Good steal by Kandich. She's going to head the other way, uncontested, lay it up and in.
You know what I like about that play is Kandich gets the steal and goes coast to coast, but Kinsey Allen was sprinting right down in case she missed.
Yep. Good point. Around the left side, Kyle's with it. They'll swing it right side, Ellison. Her 3-ball up and in. Caroline Ellison.
Good ball movement by Bellevue on that possession. Got the ball rotated from left to right and found the shooter on the right wing.
So Carroll up by 1. Bellevue hanging around, staying right with him. Carstetter with the ball for Carroll. Carroll 8-0 in conference. And the shot, excuse me, for Kandich on rims out of there. Gotzi with the rebound. Ball goes to the baseline. Gotzi with it now. Swinging all the way around and down into Gotzi. Knocked out of bounds by Carsetter.
Be interesting to see. Well, right on cue, Muhammad's back in for Bellevue. They've been going to her early and often. She got a quick break, but she's back in there, and I imagine they're going to try to feed her at the high post, low post, and go right into her.
Yep. Erickson trying to keep track of Muhammad on the low block as they work the ball around the perimeter. Kyles will fire it up at a three. It was blocked by Albrecht. She'll get it on the wing. Pull up. Out to Allen. Right down the lane goes Kinsey Allen. And we've got some contact. And it's either going to be Gotzi or Muhammad with the foul.
Well, Allen just knifing in there and drawing the defense and draws the foul. But she's kind of the key to Carroll offensively with her pushing the tempo and then drawing paint and kicking out to shooters.
Gets the first free throw. She'll have another one coming. She's got 3 points on the game.
So she's a transfer from Utah State Eastern, really stepping in and doing a good job at the point guard position.
Hits them both. Saints lead by 3. Bellevue with the ball. Carroll looking to remain perfect in conference play. And the Bellevue Bruins seeking their 3rd conference win before they head home. Right down the lane goes Ellison. She'll put it up with the right hand. Not nearly as strong with it as she is with the left. And she misses it. Allen hesitates, goes baseline, and her pass is stolen away. Turnover. Gotzi stepped in and took it.
It's always risky driving baseline. You always have to have a plan if you're a perimeter player driving from the wing to the baseline. The worst thing you can do is drive baseline, jump in the air, and hope for a pass. You got to have a plan and come to a jump stop, and oftentimes there's shooters circling behind you. And Allen kind of got caught there.
Ball comes into Ellison. 3:33 to play here in quarter number 2. Glad you could join us. Great night for basketball here in the capital city. Free ball on the way and down. Sonny Kyles nails it.
Kyles has been playing with a lot of energy. She's running the point and got an open look there. We'll see if she can kind of pick up the defensive pressure on this end. And looks like Bellevue fell back into a zone here.
Sitting in a zone. Erickson on the left wing with it in front of the Bruin bench. Back out it comes to Allen. Kandich finds Albrecht in the corner. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Her shot is short. Fight for the rebound. Up, no good, and knocked out of bounds. It'll be St. Ball. So Albrecht has been fighting pretty hard, but just not a lot of results, positive results for her tonight.
Well, she's playing hard. She's hitting offensive glass, and I really liked how Carroll put Kandich at the high post there.
Yes.
They're kind of their combo guard, but she can create from there, and what she did is attacked and saw Albrecht on the left corner and got her an open look.
Erickson back to Allen. Looks like a zone defense for the Bruins. Shot from Kandich, no good. Rebound Carsetter. Right back out to Allen. Wide open is Kandich, but she decides not to take it. She's going to head into the paint. Has it knocked loose. Nice job by Kyles, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Saints ball.
There's 13 on the shot clock, so Carroll needs to be aware they can't throw it up top and then set up a whole offense. They got to kind of look quick here.
Albrecht looking to get the ball inbound. It comes into Carsetter. Work her left hand into the lane. She'll turn, fire a short shot. No good. Rebound. Kinsey Allen comes all the way from the top of the lane. He gets it into Kandich. Put it up. She's going to the line. Great play by Kinsey Allen.
Well, she came all the way from the top of the key, sprinted, saved the ball into Kandich, and then she attacks and gets a free throw. That's a backbreaker for Bellevue. You play defense the whole possession, and you get them down at shot clock. They shoot an air ball, hustle for the board, and then get free throws out of the deal.
Stops the clock and sends her to the line. Candidge hits the first one. It's a 1-point Saint lead at the moment. Make that 2. Substitution for the Bruins, Coleman checks in.
You know, Ellison, who just checked out, she was doing a nice job of getting to the paint from the wings early on. She's getting a breather right now, but that seemed to be working for Bellevue early in the second quarter.
Bellevue with the basketball, trailing it by 2 here with under 2 to play in the first half. 3 ball on the way, no good. Shot put up by Russell, but offensive rebound, Muhammad trying to get rid of the ball. She does so. And then on the baseline on the drive shot, put up no good by number 4, that's Moran. Let's wait and see. It'll be, Joy's going to go to the free throw line, the junior out of Lima Springs, Iowa. Hits the first to bring them in within 1. So halftime, about to roll up here pretty quick. Both teams will have some time to reflect and make some adjustments. Critical time.
You know, it's felt like Carroll has controlled the tempo to this half, but they're only up 1.
Yep. Credit Bellevue. They have hung in there and fought hard. Good basketball team. Erickson gets it at the top from Allen. With Coleman on her. Back to Allen. To Albrecht. Down to 9 seconds on the shot clock, and we got a whistle.
You know, Carroll was definitely trying to get Albrecht a touch on that possession. They kind of ran that baseline shuffle cut, similar to the first play of the game, and they definitely want to get her the ball in the paint.
So Willa will inbound for the Saints. Comes into Allen. Great basketball game. Back and forth we've gone the entire first half. Neither team really taking control. Allen with 6 on the shot clock. He's going to have to get some help here to Candidge. 3 ball on the way. Boom. Julian Candidge drops a triple, and it's 25-21 Carroll. Back comes Kyles. Around to the right side to Coleman. Into Muhammad, stolen away by Albrecht. Left hand, she's heading down the lane. She'll lay it up and in. Coleman just kind of let her go.
She did. Great vision by Albrecht to catch that cross-court pass and go coast to coast.
This last 30 seconds has not been good for Bellevue as Coleman just turns it over on a travel. Carroll will have a chance here with 30 seconds still on the shot clock, 31.3 on the game clock.
This is a big possession. Carroll's been on a 5-0 run. It was 22-21.
Right.
And this is a big possession for Bellevue to see if they can get a stop before half.
Candidge with it. Carsetter. Back to Allen. Start to attack here with about 12 seconds, 10 seconds, backdoor cut. Albrecht will lay it off the glass. Great play. Well run.
Once again, Kenzie Allen kind of running the show.
Yep.
Dribbles at Willa back cuts on the baseline.
Boom.
Feeds her, and she gets an and one. We just talked about how Bellevue needed to get a stop to kind of keep this thing close going into half, but
could be a key moment of the game, definitely. Albrecht's free throw won't go. 8 seconds. Bellevue's going to have to push it here. We're at 5. Kyles will throw it up from out top. It didn't go. And that's it. So, first 2 quarters are in the books. The Saints lead at 29-21. We will break away, and we will come back, recap the first half.
In Helena, we honor tradition, resilience, and the spirit of the Queen City. You don't build a place with this much history and heart without standing together. At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're more than a financial institution. We're your partner. Whether you're buying your first home, building a business, or saving for what's next, we're here for the journey. Rocky Mountain Credit Union, your partner, your future, your credit union. We are RMCU.
At Carroll College, we set the bar high. In academics, in discovery, in community. But you won't face it alone. Our professors know your name. Our community lifts you up. You'll not only rise to the challenge, you'll soar into the future. Carroll College, you belong.
Welcome back to the Carroll College PE Center. It is halftime, and the Lady Saints, under the direction of Coach Rochelle Sayers, lead the Bellevue Bruins 29-21. It was 22-21, and Carroll went on a 7-0 run there to close out the first half, and it really kind of changed the momentum a little bit. You mentioned it was a big time of the game, and it was important for Bellevue to get a stop, and they couldn't. Carroll ran great backdoor cut to Will Albrecht, initiated by their point guard Kenzie Allen, and that really was a dagger for Bellevue.
Yeah, Albrecht is a key, and she got the steal against Bellevue, cross-court pass, took it coast to coast, and then she got the back cut right before half and one, and that kind of separated Carroll from Bellevue, and I thought Bellevue played pretty well in that first half. A few too many turnovers. They were trying to go into Muhammad in the high post, and then as she attacked, Carroll's plan was to dig and try to get that ball out of her hands, and it worked. But Bellevue was hanging in there, and then right at the end, Carroll separated.
And sometimes that's what happens, but some adjustments will need to be made at halftime by both ball clubs, of course. What do you look for as far as, let's look at Carroll College, what do they need to do better in the second half, or what would you be thinking about as a coach if you're in there about things to change?
Well, second game in 2 nights. I know that Rochelle substituted a lot. She got a lot of kids out on the floor, got some rest for her starters. I think that'll pay dividends in the second half. Bellevue's bench is not as deep as Carroll's, and they didn't get as many players in the game. So, they always say the first few minutes of the second half is
critical.
Critical part of the game, and so that'll be an area to keep an eye out on. And then I really thought when Carroll hit the offensive glass, that was kind of a critical point in the game in the second quarter.
Okay, let's take a look at some Mountain Dew do-overs, some Pepsi replays here from the first half. Let's check our monitor. This is Ava Oakland with the steal, goes down and gets a bucket. And then Coleman puts the ball back up and in for the Bruins. On the drive is Ellison there. You can see her. She really uses that left hand well, goes down the lane, puts it up off the glass and scores it. Here's the Bruins working the ball around the perimeter. The 3 ball from the perimeter out there. And then they leave number 24, Kyle's out there alone, and she makes him pay. That 3 bomb from the top of the key. Here's Carroll. Kenzie Allen over to Kandich, and this one was for 3. And then Willa Albrecht on the steal and the bucket. There's that backdoor cut we talked about just a minute ago to end the second quarter. And Coleman hitting a long 3 ball there for the Bruins. There's Albrecht with another triple up and in. 3 ball from Drew Zuha. And Carstetter starting to get involved. I think for Carroll that might be a key to get Megan going a little bit in the post.
Yeah, she's a skilled big. They like to get her the ball kind of in the pinch post areas and let her kind of have the ball, turn and face, and then read the D, and she's good at that as well as Erickson at those pinch post areas.
Another Mountain Dew do over there. You see Kandich, the freshman from Miles City, with the bucket. Scramble for the ball, and it's Kenzie Allen coming out of there with it. There's Milliman, who came off the bench. Again, gets some good minutes to Coach Sayers.
Milliman has great footwork for being a young big. She really likes her pivot foot and fakes up and unders, and she's going to be a good player here.
Just a freshman or a sophomore, I'm looking can see, but she's she's an underclassman. We'll get some good years out of her. Right down the lane with that left hand. We saw that more than once today already. So, first half in the books. Both teams looking to adjust. Again, Carroll coming off a big victory last night here at home against Dakota State. It came right down to the end, and it was Albrecht who drove down the lane on the left-hand side and put the ball up over two girls to score the winning bucket. And for Bellevue down in Billings came up against a pretty tough team in West Keller's Lady Bears, and they end up losing that game by 14 points. But this conference it's interesting to see how it's changed so much just recently with the addition of these 6 teams. I mean, not too long ago, you were playing all the other teams in the conference 3, sometimes 4 times a year.
Yeah, this is it's a little refreshing that these teams aren't playing the same teams and knowing every one of their offensive calls, and
when they practice.
These games kind of have a non-conference feel, at least for a few cycles, until everybody gets to know each other from the Dakota schools and the Montana schools. But a little bit refreshing just to get some new faces in the gym and have some conference games that are really competitive. And you talked about Dakota State last night, and one thing that they did to Carroll women is they just applied so much pressure.
They did.
And it was full court pressure, and it was pressure in the half court. And I thought Carroll really did a nice job of handling that and then getting the ball over half court and into their offense. And then you can kind of see today, Bellevue's pressure isn't up to par to what it was last night with Dakota State, but they still pressuring Carroll. And Kinsey Allen, she's really doing a good job of handling that, getting the ball entered, whether it's to a pinch post to start the offense or to a wing entry. But she's kind of been the key in my eyes because she's gotten Willow a couple hard looks.
All right, 29-21. Carroll with an 8-point lead. We'll be back with more halftime activities after this message.
The mission, sneak inside, give out Pepsi, don't get caught.
Just try it. Trust me?
Pepsi makes the carne asada taste even better.
Right? Well, I gotta go now.
You just got here. You can't leave yet.
I've been here for 6 hours. Wow, Tia, you are so strong. Have some more? More. Wow.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, it's my 3rd plate. Go without me. Just save yourselves.
Getting my hearing aids was one of the greatest gifts.
It's gorgeous today.
When you don't hear things, you get frustrated. And the more frustrated you get, the more you smoke. I turn to the quit line.
Thank you for calling in. I'm glad that you're taking this step in quitting tobacco. My name is Alejandro.
I seriously owe my life to the quit line. Make that call. Don't hesitate.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals.
Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
All right, we're back at the Carroll College PE Center, and since we have you here, Coach Paulson, and you've been out of it for, 4 or 5 years now, out of the coaching realm, and do you miss it?
It hasn't been that long, but, I do miss being around the guys and stuff. Been a nice adjustment for my family and a little bit of a change of pace, so we're doing good.
You got 3 little boys that get to see their dad a little more often?
Yes, got 3 boys, 9, 7, and 4, and they're keeping us busy. Starting to get a little bit of interest in basketball and other sports, so kind of fun to see that evolve.
So when they're playing, are you coaching or are you just watching?
I have coached a few sports, a few that I don't know much about as well, but it's been a good adjustment.
Well, that's great to have you here alongside of this. So let's talk a little bit about the off season. activities that these programs go through, and you've gone through it yourself. It's not, they don't just start playing during the preseason. They have both these teams, and in fact all the teams in the Frontier Conference, there's training going on all summer. What kinds of activities do the fans really not know a lot about that are going on? You know?
Well, yeah, that's when all the real work gets done is during the season. You know, you're working on the team,
right?
And as a coach, you're trying to get the team better. But you know, the other 7-8 months of the year, when it's the off season, that's when the skill development and the individuals really get improved, and they get better as players. At least that's the goal. And so, yeah, I mean, these NAIA seasons are very long.
Yes, I imagine.
You know, school starts in the fall. You know, usually in August, the kids are reporting to the campus, and it's right into it. And then by the time you're getting to this time of year, you know, February, March, and then if your team makes the postseason and makes a run, you're playing in well into March. So it is long. There's a little bit of mental break after the season. So that, you know, however long that could be, depends. And then it's getting back at it as kind of the individuals, and that's weight room and working on your game in the gym. And then the other piece of the puzzle is academics.
Yeah.
You miss so much school during these conference trips. You know, you look at these teams, Bellevue, they're traveling, and they may not be in school this week, but as they get going, they're missing class. And so catching the players up academically in the off season is a big part of it as well.
It's extremely important. Yeah, and at some point you got to recruit. I mean, you got to be looking for the next team as well. So when do you do that? I mean, how?
Well, you do that every day because it's not something that you put off,
right?
Because it creeps up on you the next season, and so you got to be doing that daily, whether it's a little bit, a lot each day, whatever it is. But that's something that's pretty much 12 months out of the year.
All
That
the time.
never stops.
That never ends. That's for sure. 29-21. We'll get set to start the second half here. We're going to break away, take one more break, and when we come back, it'll be time for quarter number 3. 29-21 Carroll over Bellevue.
An independent spirit. It's what we're known for, but it's not all we're made of. Because out here, it's the people and the support we give each other that makes this place so special. At Intrepid Credit Union, we help you achieve your dreams with financial solutions that inspire your success and keep our community thriving. Like flexible financing and anytime access to your money so you can live your best life. We're Intrepid Credit Union, and this is Life Wide Open.
At Carroll College, we set the bar high. In academics, in discovery, in community. But you won't face it alone. Our professors know your name. Our community lifts you up. You'll not only rise to the challenge, you'll soar into the future. Carroll College, you belong.
1. Some say it's the loneliest number. But when one is a collection of many, one can stand for all. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we've been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for 85 years. And through every journey, our one true focus has remained the same: to elevate the highest levels of preventive care and overall wellness, one member at a time, always keeping you and the ones you love at the center of everything we do.
Back at the Carroll College PE Center, Joe McMahon along with Coach Kurt Paulson, and we're set for the final 2 quarters of action here on the ladies' side, the women's side, and then following that, take a little break, and we'll have the men. So it should be a great basketball game with the men as well, as both teams involved in tight affairs last night. For Carroll College, they win on an amazing last second bucket by Kellen Harrison, and for Bellevue, they lost on a three ball on a three-point shot right near the end of the game after leading by 9 in the second half, and they're a force to be reckoned with. So we're looking forward to the second game as well, but we still have 20 more minutes of basketball here, and should be interesting to see these. As you mentioned in the first half, Kurt, the first 5 minutes here, 4 minutes of the second half will tell us a lot.
Yeah, for Bellevue, what was working in the first half was Ellison driving to the middle. She got a couple nice buckets, and then getting Muhammad the ball on the blocks and the high post and letting her attack. And then also when Bellevue hit the offensive glass, that's when they had some success as well. And for Carroll, Albrecht was a force, especially at the end of that half. And then I guess trying to wear Bellevue out with their depth, that would be something to watch for in the second half as the half progresses.
So we'll get set to go. Both teams break the huddle. They're heading to the center court. It will be, I think it's Carroll ball to start the second half. No, check that. It's Bellevue. Bellevue University Bruins. Coming in at 6-7 overall, 2-6 in the Frontier Conference. One of the 6 new Frontier Conference members this year. The Frontier Conference doubles in size in just a year. Carroll looking to trap. Looks like they get a steal out of it. There goes Allen. And she loses control. Joy Barron follows the play and gets the ball out of Allen's hand. So we'll head back the other way, and Muhammad at the high post. It's going to challenge Carsetter. Instead, she'll leave it for Coleman. Back to Muhammad. Down to Coleman. 3 ball from Joy Baran, no good. Jillian Candace clears it for Carroll. Let's see what we got here for Bellevue. Defensively, looks like they're playing man-to-man. There goes Allen around the right side. Backdoor cut to Candace. Underneath, triple teamed, in a bit of trouble, and we got a whistle. And called for 3 in the key.
It was a nice set by Carroll.
Yeah.
They ran a too-high ball screen and then backdoored off the weak side. And then when Kendich got under the paint, nobody cut. And so she was stuck and ended up getting a 3-second call.
No place to go with it, you're right. Joy Baran has it almost stolen away. It is stolen away. That's Albrecht heading the other way with the steal. She'll lay it up and in. And timeout. Timeout on the court. Coach Benford's seen enough. 31-21 the score. We'll be back after these messages.
At Independence Bank, we're not just fans, we're part of the team. As our local student athletes get back on the field and in the classroom, we're here to help you tackle every challenge, from banking solutions to community support. We play to win. Good luck and have fun. Independence Bank, stronger together, winning together. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Toyota of Helena, we've always been proud to be your hometown dealership, a place you know you can count on. Step inside and you'll be greeted by friendly faces and a welcoming space that's designed with your comfort in mind. You'll find something for every driver, from dependable trucks to hybrids and SUVs, plus a big selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Our service team offers faster scheduling, shorter waits, and same-day oil changes so you're back on the road sooner. It's all part of making every visit straightforward, comfortable, and easy from start to finish. Toyota of Helena, your no-problem dealership.
Back at the PE Center, Joe McMahon along with Coach Kurt Paulson. And first half statistics, what'd you see, Coach?
Well, I saw Bellevue turning it over a little bit too much in the first half. They had 6, which is manageable, but then right when the second half started, they coughed it up a couple times, and Carroll's increasing this lead.
Carroll jumps into a 2-2-1 full court press. And the Bruins break it pretty easily. Muhammad at the top of the key to Kyle. So swing it around to the left side. Zuha will drive the baseline. Leaves it back out for Coleman, who's going to get trapped in the corner. And the ball stolen away by Kenzie Allen. To Erickson.
You know, those short corners are not a great place for Bellevue to go because they're going to get trapped by the Carroll women when they get down in the short corner.
Erickson underneath sees Albrecht. She'll get her the ball, put it up and in. Willa's starting to warm up. You can really see it right now.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff for her, and then she's getting some on her own as well by anticipating on the defensive end and getting some steals.
Back ball into the backcourt, and another, you just mentioned turnovers. There's another one for the Bruins.
So Carroll's pressure has definitely ramped up to start this second half, and looks like the halftime talk was, hey, let's speed these guys up. Let's trap in the short corners. Let's trap out at the midline, and it's definitely working into their favor.
Kenzie Allen gets it back from Carstetter. Beautiful set there.
And there's Carstetter. You had mentioned her earlier in the game, using her as a passer, and there you go.
And the Bruins throw it into the backcourt again. It rolls out of bounds. Another turnover. Coach Benford's just called one timeout already about a minute ago. So this time he'll sub 3 out, put in 3 new ones. See if he can get this tide turned back in their favor.
You know, Bellevue really hasn't got the ball to Muhammad. They haven't had any continuity where they work it into the half court and throw it inside yet.
Albrecht leaves it for Kandich. Back to Willa. 3 ball on the way. Too strong.
Rebound, Ellison.
Ellison clears it for the Bruins and will push it up with the right hand. Into the lane she goes. Right back out to Kyles. Open for the 3 if she wants it. She's going to back it off. Fire a 2 off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Albrecht. All of a sudden, Willa's getting steals, buckets, rebounds.
Yeah, she's everywhere, and Bellevue, unfortunately, has been stuck on 21 for quite some time.
3 ball from Willa. That's too strong. We got a whistle. That might be Kandich with the foul. Oh.
This would be a great opportunity for Coach Benford to get the ball inside in an offensive set, get a bucket, get the lid off, and then get them off that number 21, which they've been stuck on for a while, and get a little momentum.
Well, it was they had 21 points with about 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. So down the lane, quickly, Kyles, she'll turn, and putting it up is Muhammad. She's going to the free throw line.
Well, that's what Bellevue needed. They needed to slow the game down, get to the free throw line, or get a bucket. And
to see it on the replay, good job by Muhammad powering that ball back up. And Carstetter with her second personal foul.
This is an area where Bellevue has not gotten to enough, and that's the free throw line. They have not, drawn enough fouls and stopped the game and gotten free throws.
This is them both. Albrecht clears it for Carroll. Avery Kraft, who's checked in. Giving Kenzie Allen a break. Avery to the free throw line. Kandich tries to drop it down low. Good job by Muhammad seeing that pass coming. Just a miscommunication with Carstetter. Kyle will back it out. Swing the ball around to Warden. Warden over on the right side to Ellison.
Well, you can see Muhammad's working in there, number 15 for Bellevue, but Carroll has a weak side defender when she's trying to post, and she just doesn't look open.
3 ball on the way at the end of the shot clock. Shot no good from Wharton. And the Saints bring it the other way. Kraft will work it around to the right side this time. 35-21, 5:23 to go. Carstetter. Baseline alone is Erickson. She's got a short jump shot up and in.
Carstetter once again getting her the ball and letting her facilitate kind of from the mid post, and Erickson snuck to the left short corner, and Carstetter found her. She had a nice little floater from the left short corner.
Substitutions for Carroll into the game is number 13. We'll check in, and that is Neiman. Kennedy Neiman. We'll take a media timeout. 16-point advantage for the Saints. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. We'll be back. change plans. We'll do one of our SWX live reads. We'd like to welcome our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, Yakima, and also on the Carroll College stream. We're happy to have you enjoying the game with us. Game of the week, sponsored by Quit Now Montana, Mountain Dew, My Life, My Quit, Independence Bank, and Pepsi. Joe McMahon and Kurt Paulson here with you. As we're in the third quarter, Carroll starting to stretch this lead out. They led at 29-21 at half, and they have outscored Bellevue here 8-zip to start the third quarter and built on that lead. Coach Sayers been at the helm here at Carroll for quite a while, and she's been really successful.
Yes, she has. Doing a nice job this half, letting Carstetter facilitate and getting her the ball kind of in the mid-post, letting her pass, and then, getting Albrecht the ball in a number of different spots.
Yep, using her in a lot of different ways. There goes Kennedy Neiman up the right side, brings it back out to Avery Kraft, and they'll reset. So the Bruins in need of a stop here. And a bucket on the other end. We got a whistle aggressively. Defense, Caroline Ellison trying to strip that ball away from Erickson, unable to, and picks up a foul. Into the game comes Maylee Malone. She'll report in for Ellison. Ball comes into Kraft, and the Saints will reset. High post, there she is again, Carstetter. Backdoor cut, Kennedy Neiman caught it. Leaves it for Erickson, right down the lane, lay it up and in.
Bellevue's pressure, they're trying to pressure Carroll, but what they're giving up is they're giving up back doors. And Carroll's had a number of back doors, whether it's been Kandich or Erickson. And Carstetter's usually been the one to find them on the back doors.
Top of the lane, Baran down the lane, left hand, and gets it to go. Joy Barron drives down the lane, left side, lays it up and in. Here comes Willa Albrecht on the other end with the answer. Nope, but she's going to go to the free throw line as Barron fouls her.
They got the basket on this end, Bellevue did, but then they were kind of doing buddy runs on the defensive transition instead of getting back. They were kind of running with the person that they're guarding, and that led to Albrecht getting up the floor and getting to the free throw line.
Buddy runs, that's what coaches call that?
Yeah, you run with your buddy even though he's on the other team.
Yeah, much to the displeasure of your coach, right?
Absolutely.
Willa Albrecht out of Billings West hits the second free throw. She has 15 on the game.
Well, she's taken the game winner from last night and parlayed that into some good momentum into today, and she's played really well.
Yes, she has. Ava Oakland coming in off the bench as well, replacing Erickson. Yeah, Carroll's 9-10 players deep, they seem to be this year. Into the lane. Barron puts it up off the glass and in.
She's been a bright spot, getting her the ball here and got a couple baskets. I think they need to keep going to Barron.
Fitzgerald, who has just checked in for Carroll, out of Dillon, Montana. The right hand, right down the lane. Leans in, puts it off the glass. Shot won't go, it's knocked out of bounds. Stays here with Carroll College.
Fitzgerald there, she took the contact but then faded. She probably should have took one more dribble, gathered herself, got on 2 feet on balance, and then you make a decision from there. If you do want to shoot it, you're on balance, or you can pivot and kick the ball out to a shooter.
Comes into Kraft. Fitzgerald gets it back. She'll try the three. Rebound. Controlled by Russell. We got a whistle. Looks like Kyle's traveled. She did. She kind of got caught in between steps there.
You know, the 1-2 punch of Barron and Muhammad for Bellevue has been working. They just haven't been able to get any consistency of getting the ball into operational areas and into their offense and then throw it into those gals.
Part of that caused by the defense.
Yeah, Carroll's pressure's been bothering the guards of Bellevue.
Kennedy Neiman leaves it for Ava Oakland. The Saints will reset their offense, leading by 15 here. With 3:06 to play in quarter 3 underneath this Carsetter. Bumps into Muhammad. We got a whistle. Lots of contact there. And that one's going to go against, I think, Muhammad.
Yeah, Carstetter, she was on the right elbow and she dove. And then she's a lefty, so if you're Muhammad, you do not want to let her get to her right shoulder because that's the shoulder she's going to kind of spin and shoot off of. You do not want to let her get to her right shoulder.
Push her the other way. Carsetter's free throw up and in. Saw it on the replay there. She's gathered herself. She's a strong girl. Kind of quiet here on campus. The students don't come back until the 12th, I think, is what I've heard.
Yeah, the students, they missed a good couple games last night, unfortunately.
Sure did. Yep, maybe they were watching. Yeah, some great games.
So this is a little three-quarter court pressure, and Carroll's going to, they're going to trap, but they want Bellevue to make the mistakes. They're not going to play real aggressive on the defensive side. They want Bellevue to kind of work themselves into traps. And there's one on cue.
Yeah, right on cue. Ava Oakland reaches in, strips it away. Fitzgerald into the lane. She'll back it back out. There goes Neiman. Leaves it for Millman. Loses it momentarily. Regathers. Back out. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Oakland into the paint. Soft shot won't go. A little bit too hard. Barron clears it for the Bruins. Gets it back from Kyles. Kyles now swing it to Zuha. Zuha with 14 points last night. Led the Bruins in that loss to Rocky. Underneath it goes to Muhammad. We got an offensive foul.
Well, Neiman was on the weak side, and she's the hoop defender. So when that ball got lobbed over to Muhammad from Bellevue, Neiman was right there to take the charge. And she was right where she was supposed to be.
Perfectly done. Back come the Saints with the ball, and it's a 17-point lead. Oakland steps to the top, takes a Carsetter spot. Out to Kraft. Baseline drive, shot won't go. Rebound Muhammad, who's been very busy on the boards. I'm impressed with how well she rebounds.
Well, this is an interesting lineup for Carroll, Joe. All the starters are on the bench, and it'll be kind of interesting to see kind of where they go with the ball offensively here the next few possessions if they stay with this lineup.
They've got, you had mentioned a couple of times that they're pretty deep. It looks like they're 8 to 10 players deep, really, each game.
Yeah, and especially, these are back-to-back games now this weekend, and as you get going in conference, the more depth you can develop, the better off in the long run you're going to be. And so some of these girls are getting some run right now, and they got to take advantage, and it'll be interesting to see who they go to the next few possessions.
Muhammad's second free throw is in. Kraft and Neiman on the right wing for Carroll. Down low to Milliman. She's backing in on Muhammad. Put it up, blocked by Muhammad, but fouled by Muhammad. That'll be her fourth, I think, personal foul.
Nice little cross screen action and got Milliman the ball on the right block, and she kind of created a little space there with a little
arm?
chicken wing, but
The
the refs let it go, and she got to the free throw line.
Can't get the first one to go. She's a sophomore out of Manhattan, Montana.
And some great footwork.
Got one more opportunity. Just a minute to play here in the third quarter. Carroll back in that trap. Millman knocks it loose. Scramble on the floor. Godsey and Millman scrambling after that ball, and it'll be Carroll basketball. Coach Sayers is working on one of the officials.
Jump ball, possession to Carroll College.
Well, if you're Bellevue, it's better to take that jump ball than 45 chucking it into the backcourt and Carroll getting that kind of a touchdown turnover. So you'd rather have that than the contrary.
Grafter leaves it for Millman. Turn face up, hand to Oakland. Senior from Boise works the right side. Now to Fitzgerald. There's Neiman on the cut. She'll put it up, won't go. A nice pass from Fitzgerald. Great cut by Kennedy Neiman.
Foul on Taryn Godsey, her second. 2 free throws.
Godsey with her second personal foul. There you'll see Fitzgerald finding Neiman on that cut. Bumps right into Godsey.
Yeah, the adjustments that I see out of the second half here for Carroll is they've been wanting to put the pressure on Bellevue so they can't get in their half-court offense and get the ball to Muhammad and their bigs, and that seemed to work.
Neiman hits them both. Lead stretched to 19 here with 20 seconds to play in quarter 3. Kyle's at the top of the lane, way out top, works the right side. Into Godsey. We're down to 5-4 on the shot clock. Baseline drive, stolen away by Ava Oakland. And that's the end of the third quarter. 3 in the books, it's 45-26. We're gonna break away. When we come back, we'll get ready for quarter number 4, fourth and final. We are back after these messages.
Time sure flies when you're having fun. Our lives are made up of working through the day-to-day, supporting the ones we love, and enjoying those special moments that make it all worthwhile. As Montanans, we are resilient, resourceful, and all about preserving our way of life that we are proud to say defines us. At Stockman Bank, our sole focus is serving the people of Montana. We are Montana's brand of banking. We are Stockman Bank.
This is the Frontier Conference, a bigger, better, and fierce frontier. Experience the thrill of competition from 17 of the NAIA's most respected programs. The NAIA and Frontier Conference champion the authentic spirit of college athletics while focusing on the right way to play. It's more than a message. It's a movement that celebrates the NAIA's shared commitment to competition, character, and community. So, are you ready for the fierce frontier?
At Toyota of Helena, we've always been proud to be your hometown dealership, a place you know you can count on. Step inside and you'll be greeted by friendly faces and a welcoming space that's designed with your comfort in mind. You'll find something for every driver, from dependable trucks to hybrids and SUVs, plus a big selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Our service team offers faster scheduling, shorter waits, and same-day oil changes so you're back on the road sooner. It's all part of making every visit straightforward, comfortable, and easy from start to finish. Toyota of Helena, your no-problem dealership.
We're back, starting quarter number 4. The Bruins with the basketball, and Kyle's with a 3-ball. That won't go. Oakland with the rebound for Carroll. Neiman spins on the baseline on the other end. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Bruin ball.
Interesting that Coach Sayers has stayed with that same lineup that ended the third to start the fourth.
Yeah, it's identical. No changes. All into the right corner to Zuha. Carroll sitting in his zone right now. Barron's shot blocked by Ava Oakland. She's going to push it. She'll run the break right down the middle, looking to get rid of the ball to somebody. She'll hand it back to Kraft. Milliman sets the screen for Kraft. She'll push it to the right side. Fitzgerald, 3-ball, eyeballs it, puts it up, won't go. Rebound, Neiman steps up, and it still won't go.
And a rebound by Kyles.
Kyle's on the push, down the lane, left hand, won't go, but she'll get a couple of free throws as Kraft bumped her.
Well, if the Bruins want to get back in this, they got to get points at the free throw line, just like that play right there while the clock stopped. And if she can hit these, and don't be surprised to see some full court pressure out of Bellevue after these free throws.
Couldn't get the first one to go. She'll have another opportunity. Not quite sure what they're doing from the free throw line, but we'll check it out here for you. Gets the second. Fitzgerald on the wing now for Carroll. As Coach Sayers is able to rest her starters. Carroll comfortably up by 18 here with 8.5 to play. Turnover on the Saints. Looks like Oakland drug her pivot foot, so the Bruins will get it back.
The sweet spots down here for Bellevue have been high post, getting the ball to Barron and Muhammad kind of in the paint, in the high post area, and let them attack one-on-one versus Carroll's X5 defender. The short corners is where they're getting trapped, and that's been a place you want to stay away from if you're Bellevue.
Keep the ball out of there for sure.
Here's the trap.
Yep.
And it's been disastrous because Carroll's trapping and getting their length and deflections, and that's when they've been able to get breakouts the other way.
Nice drive to the hoop and finish that time by Caroline Ellison. Carroll back the other way. Looks like a mass substitution coming in here in just a second for Carroll. Kraft drives the lane, puts it up. That won't go. Rebound pulled down by Ellison. As Erickson, Albrecht, Carsetter, and Allen set to check in at the next horn. They're working the center. We got a whistle, but a traveling call on Kyles.
So this is the point in the game where you start to see the depth of Carroll, maybe wear Bellevue down a little bit more and really separate. They just had 4 players come in.
All starters.
That are fresh.
Yep.
And so you might see a little separation here with the depth of Carroll.
Carsetter at the top of the key with it for the Saints. Allen back to Carsetter on the cut. Shot no good, but we got a whistle. I think Carsetter will get a couple free throws.
And there's Allen again. She came off the handoff and dropped a little pocket pass to Carstetter, and she attacked, and the defense couldn't recover. They had to foul, so great little action there between those two.
Carsetter back at the free throw line. Knocks it down. See how she's doing tonight.
Well, she's got a soft touch for being a big. She can step out, hit the three, and then when she gets the ball in the mid post, she's a great passer from there. Great hands.
Willa Albrecht going after that offensive rebound. Can't quite corral it, so the Bruins will inbound. It's like some full court pressure put on by Jillian Kandich. And Allen. Kandich comes up with a steal. Underneath, she finds Albrecht. Left hand, she'll put it up and in.
Willa Albrecht assists Kandich.
48-29. Saints with the lead. Bruins with the basketball. Deep three on the way, and that won't go. Shot. That time attempted by Wharton. And Kandich, the freshman from Miles City, with the left hand into the lane. Out to Carsetter. 14 on the shot clock. As Carroll works the right perimeter, right in front of the Saint bench. There goes Albrecht into the lane and sets it up and in. She's having a game. She's got 19 points. She's really led them here.
She's versatile. She came off that ball screen and just got to her spot and hit the shot, but she can do a lot.
Yes,
Cut
she
on
can.
the baseline, hit the O glass, shoot the three. She's a tough matchup.
Ball kicked out of bounds and will remain with Bellevue.
Emma Russell and Zakiah Mohammed back in.
Muhammad and Russell check back in for Coach Benford and the Bruins. Again, the men's game to follow about 20 minutes after this one ends. We'll have that one for you as well. Two teams finding themselves at or near the top of the Frontier Conference will battle here. Should be a great game. 3 ball, no good. Long rebound controlled by the Bruins. Looking into Muhammad. She's got it. She powers into Kandich, and Kandich picks up the offensive foul.
How about the Carroll guards?
Yeah.
Between Neiman and Kandich taking charges on Muhammad, I mean, that has to be that boosts Carroll's confidence and
Absolutely.
just a backbreaker for your Bellevue.
Carroll's really opened it up here. Just 8 points here in the second half for Bellevue thus far. Well, Albrecht loses it, gets it out, and Kandich fires the 3. That won't go. Erickson fighting for the rebound, but out of there with it is Ellison. Nice work by Caroline Ellison. She'll push it up the left side, try to avoid the trap. She does. Backs it out, gets it to Wharton. Wharton dumps it inside to Godsey. She'll turn, put it up, won't go. Carstetter with a rebound. Carstetter.
You can tell Bellevue's a little tired because when they're getting their shots up, they don't have any offensive rebounders hitting the glass.
Frontier Conference, night in and night out. It is tough going. There's some great teams. Ball out type to Wharton. She'll She'll drive the lane, put it up, and draw the foul on Carstetter, who helped her up off the floor after putting her on the floor. Bouncing off of her.
Yeah, Carstetter kind of bailed her out. She was off balance, and she was a small guard going in there. You see the replay right here. If she just would have walled up and went vertical, I don't think she would have
This
made that.
is the Frontier Conference, a bigger, better, and fierce frontier. Experience the thrill of competition from 17 of the NAIA's most respected programs. The NAIA and Frontier Conference champion the authentic spirit of college athletics while focusing on the right way to play. It's more than a message. It's a movement that celebrates the NAIA's shared commitment to competition, character, and community. So, are you ready for the fierce frontier?
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Welcome back to the Carroll College PE Center. 4:45 left to play in this first contest. Wharton at the free throw line. First one up and in. Makes it a 50-30 game.
Carroll women should be getting their press breaker ready just in case they see pressure here.
Rebound, Megan Carstetter.
Looks like something's happening here about half court. Yeah, little trap. Kenzie Allen does a good job of seeing it, getting her co-players out there on the floor lined up. Albrecht for 3. That'll break your back. Ouch. So Willow with 22 on the game leads all scorers.
You know, between the combo of Allen and Kandich, they've really knifed in got to the paint and found shooters, whether it's Albrecht or whoever, across the court, and they're really collapsing the D and finding their teammates.
Emma Russell with a deep bomb that time. Nice shot by Emma. Makes it 53-33. Don't know how much longer the starters will be in there for Carroll. Imagine we'll see some bench players here again shortly. Allen from the corner. Everything's falling now for Carroll.
Karstetter with another assist. Great pass from her from the high post.
Wharton gets it across the timeline. To Ellison. And in the corner, Barron's shot no good. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by Russell. Here we go. Substitutions for Carroll. Sadie Smith checks in for her first action. And we got a timeout on the court. 56-33. Carroll next week home, 2 more home games before they head on the road the following weekend. Home conference games. Been a good game. Really, the second half has just belonged to Carroll, though. However, they've found a way to shut down that offense for Bellevue.
Both of Carroll's point guards, Allen and Kraft, they did a nice job of getting the offense initiated today, whether it's a bounce pass into the high post to Karstetter with cutters off of that, wing entries, and just getting the ball moving, and that's been kind of a hard thing to guard for Bellevue because Carroll's just moving the ball. You've seen these last few possessions. They'll go inside, outside, into Karstetter at the high post. She fans it weak side, and she's getting her teammates open, and they've had clean looks.
Yep. All right, out of the timeout, it looks like a little 2-2-1 trap here put on by Bellevue. Avery Kraft steps in as point guard now for Kenzie Allen. She's got it, number 4, out of Helena High. She'll push it to the left side. High post is Smith. Corner Kraft, right back to Sadie Smith. One dribble and falls to the floor, travel. Well, you haven't had any arguments with an official, Coach. I mean, it's been pretty quiet up here for you. You know?
Yeah, it's very less stressful up here in the booth with you, Joe. Drinking my soda, talking some hoop.
There you go. Kyle's at the top of the lane. Zuha, her pass into the post, stolen away by Will Albrecht, who's still in the game. Up ahead, Kandich. Looks like Milliman and Fitzgerald looking to get back into the game here shortly. The next buzzer. Willa over to Avery. Kraft's 3-ball off to the left a little bit. Rebound pulled down by Caroline Ellison. Kyle on the dribble on the baseline. Back out top now to Zuha. Nice crossover by Ellison. Whistle, some contact, and it looks like Ellison's going to the free throw line.
And she's been a bright spot for Bellevue today. She's good at getting to the paint. You saw her kind of reject the ball screen there and draw the foul, get into the paint. But that's something they can build off when they get back for practice is get her the ball more, get her knifing into the defense, and then have her, look for teammates too on the weak side and use her as a kind of a facilitator.
Yep, she's very capable. First free throw won't go for her. She'll get another opportunity here. Looks like she's going to take a seat. So Russell checks in for Ellison. Jillian Canditz brings it across the timeline. They'll back it out and set it up with 1.5 minutes to go. We got a timeout. I think just for a substitution, they're trying to get Kennedy Neiman into the game. And Canditz will sit down.
Well, you see what Canditz can do right there. They were denying Kraft, the point guard, and Canditz says, "Fine, I'll just take it myself." And she's a very capable ball handler. She's kind of a combo guard. She can shoot it, she can handle it, she can do a lot.
Gives you a lot of options if you're her coach. Right. Avery Kraft leaves it for Sadie Smith. Left hand off the glass and good. Nice dish from Kraft.
Yeah, it's good to see Smith get in there and pick and roll. Kraft made a nice little pocket pass and good finish by Smith.
3 ball on the way from the top. That won't quite go, and rebound Milliman. Kraft picks up her dribble. Milliman comes out, gets the basketball. Smith has it now. She'll push it to the right side, leave it for Kraft. Just under 40 seconds to play here. Baseline pass sails out of bounds, turnover Carroll. Back comes the Bruins. And they'll leave it for Kyles. Yeah, Drasani Kyles has been impressive tonight. She's very talented. Ball knocked out of bounds by Fitzgerald. It'll stay with Bellevue. Mallory Malone to Baran. Now it's back out to Kyle. 3 ball on the way for her. That won't go. And with 6 seconds to go, Neiman heads the other way into the corner. She's fouled by Kyles. Not really sure why, but she is. Picks up her first personal foul with 3.9 seconds to go, and her team down by quite a bit. Ball comes into Kraft, and she'll just dribble it out. So the Saints are going to win it 58-34. They will move to 9-0 in conference play, 11-3 overall. And Bellevue falls to 6-8 overall, 2-7 in conference. We're going to break away. We'll be back.
At Independence Bank, we're not just fans, we're part of the team. As our local student athletes get back on the field and in the classroom, we're here to help you tackle every challenge, from banking solutions to community support. We play to win. Good luck and have fun. Independence Bank, stronger together, winning together. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The mission: sneak inside, give out Pepsi, don't get caught.
Just try it. Trust me?
Pepsi makes the carne asada taste even better.
Right? Well, I gotta go now. You just got here. You can't leave yet. I've been here for 6 hours. Wow. Tia, you are so strong. Have some more? More. Wow.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, it's my 3rd plate. Go without me. Just save yourselves.
I could talk all day about TDS fiber internet. Sometimes I do. But I bet you'd rather hear what your friends and neighbors think. So we asked folks here in Montana about their new TDS service, and here's what they had to say.
Instantly notice a massive increase in our internet speed. 6-star service.
Everything works like a dream right away.
Great internet at a reasonable price.
What will you say about TDS fiber internet? TDS fiber, it's what the buzz is about.
Back at the Carroll College PE Center, Kurt Paulson, Joe McMahon, and we are set for the player of the game and the play of the game here. And what was a good basketball game. The first half was close, back and forth, 29-21, and 45-26 at the end of 3, and it ended up 58-34. So a strong second half for Carroll. Here is the play of the game, and you'll see Kenzie Allen to Megan Carsetter, and right back to Kenzie Allen for an easy layup. Lays it up and in, and Carroll did that most of the night, especially in the second half.
Yeah, they ran the offense through Carstetter a lot in that second half, and She just facilitates from the
Yeah.
post spot, and shoot, if I'm a guard and she gets it, I'm cutting or I'm spacing, and she's going to find you.
She'll find you and get you an easy bucket. So that's the player of the game is Willa Albrecht. And so we'll take a look at some of her highlights. She ended up, I believe, with 22 points on the night. You can see some of her shots here. She was just had a slow start getting out of the gate, missed her first 4 or 5 shots, but much like Willa usually does, she finds a way to get it done and then just turns it on. And comes up with rebounds and steals and buckets, all the things you need. There she is again on the breakaway.
What she did really well tonight was anticipate on the defensive side. She got 3 or 4 steals by just anticipating.
All right, we'll go to a break here, and we'll be back, and we will wrap up this first ball game, take a look at the overall statistics. We'll be back after this.
Ding dong.
Mountain dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain to touch the dew. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me the dew.
A lot of our kids and a lot of our people do vape and smoke, especially around here on the res. There's a lot of that.
I see the impact of vaping, amongst our communities as a total negative thing. We always share with the young people is that you got to find your own strengths. You got to find your positive strengths, whether that's reading, singing, dancing.
I would call this hotline, which is called My Life, My Quit. I was able to get through it with their help because I'm living for my people. I'm dancing for my people.
At Carroll College, we set the bar high. In academics, in discovery, in community. But you won't face it alone. Our professors know your name. Our community lifts you up. You'll not only rise to the challenge, you'll soar into the future. Carroll College, you belong.
Back at the Carroll College PE Center, let's take the quick look at the final statistics and wrap this one up. As you mentioned, Willa Albrecht during the break, you mentioned she had a big night, 22 points here, finished 9 of 20 from the floor, and added 5 rebounds and 3 steals to that. She had a big game.
Yeah, she was everywhere, and like we talked about, we loved her defense. Defense led to offense, and then just that third quarter, kind of that stretch into the second, and then through the third, Carroll just dominated, and they started going to Willa. They started getting the ball to Carstetter in her spots. Guards were cutting off of her, and that's kind of where Carroll blew it open.
And for the Bellevue Bruins, Caroline Ellison leads them in scoring. She had 10 points tonight, the only player in double figures. She was followed by Joy Baran. She ended up with 7 points, but not a lot of points tonight for them. They ended up shooting just under 30% from the floor on tonight's game. So that'll wrap it up. It is a final. Carroll College wins at 58-34. Again, they move to 11-3 overall. They are now 9-0 in the conference play. And for Bellevue University, they'll return home at 6-8 overall and 2-7 in conference play. So we'll break away. Please take a break yourself and come back and rejoin us. We have a men's game here to call for you coming up here in about 15 minutes. Until then, we can break away and say goodbye. Again, the final, 58-34, Carroll with the victory.
This is the Frontier Conference, a bigger, better, and fierce frontier. Experience the thrill of competition from 17 of the NAIA's most respected programs. The NAIA and Frontier Conference champion the authentic spirit of college athletics while focusing on the right way to play. It's more than a message. It's a movement that celebrates the NAIA's shared commitment to competition, character, and community. So, are you ready for the fierce frontier?
Sometimes your dreams just can't wait any longer. You need your home to open new doors, your money to work harder. You need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams, and we can help you realize them. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
Ding dong.
Mountain dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dream. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me the dew.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
I could talk all day about TDS fiber internet. Sometimes I do. But I bet you'd rather hear what your friends and neighbors think. So we asked folks here in Montana about their new TDS service, and here's what they had to say.
Instantly notice a massive increase in our internet speed. 6-star service.
Everything works like a dream right away.
Great internet at a reasonable price.
What will you say about TDS Fiber Internet? TDS Fiber, it's what the buzz is about.
At Valley Bank, we believe that education is the building block of success for our communities, which is why we are rewarding students for getting good grades in school. If you are a Montana student, ages 14 to 25, Valley Bank will pay you for every A earned on your report card each quarter, and a bonus for earning a 4.0 GPA. And after you get paid for your hard work, make sure to celebrate your school pride with our free School Spirit debit cards. Come visit us today to get started.
This is the Frontier Conference, a bigger, better, and fierce frontier. Experience the thrill of competition from 17 of the NAIA's most respected programs. The NAIA and Frontier Conference champion the authentic spirit of college athletics while focusing on the right way to play. It's more than a message. It's a movement that celebrates the NAIA's shared commitment to competition, character, and community. So, are you ready for the fierce frontier?
At Carroll College, we set the bar high. In academics, in discovery, in community. But you won't face it alone. Our professors know your name. Our community lifts you up. You'll not only rise to the challenge, you'll soar into the future. Carroll College, you belong.
In Helena, we honor tradition, resilience, and the spirit of the Queen City. You don't build a place with this much history and heart without standing together. At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're more than a financial institution. We're your partner. Whether you're buying your first home, building a business, or saving for what's next, we're here for the journey. Rocky Mountain Credit Union, your partner, your future, your credit union. We are RMCU.
At Toyota of Helena, we've always been proud to be your hometown dealership, a place you know you can count on. Step inside and you'll be greeted by friendly faces and a welcoming space that's designed with your comfort in mind. You'll find something for every driver, from dependable trucks to hybrids and SUVs, plus a big selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Our service team offers faster scheduling, shorter waits, and same-day oil changes so you're back on the road sooner. It's all part of making every visit straightforward, comfortable, and easy from start to finish. Toyota of Helena, your no-problem dealership.
An independent spirit. It's what we're known for, but it's not all we're made of. Because out here, it's the people and the support we give each other that makes this place so special. At Intrepid Credit Union, we help you achieve your dreams with financial solutions that inspire your success and keep our community thriving. Like flexible financing and anytime access to your money so you can live your best life. We're Intrepid Credit Union, and this is Life Wide Open.
I could talk all day about TDS Fiber Internet. Sometimes I do. But I bet you'd rather hear what your friends and neighbors think. So we asked folks here in Montana about their new TDS service, and here's what they had to say.
Instantly notice a massive increase in our internet speed. 6-star service.
Everything works like a dream right away.
Great internet at a reasonable price.
What will you say about TDS Fiber Internet? TDS Fiber, it's what the buzz is about.
tradition. Sneak inside, give out Pepsi, don't get caught.
Just try it. Trust me?
Pepsi makes the carne asada taste even better.
Right? Well, I gotta go now. You just got here. You can't leave yet. I've been here for 6 hours. Wow. Tia, you are so strong. There's some more? More. Wow.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, it's my 3rd plate. Go without me. Just save yourselves.
Life is good for me right now without cigarettes. I could breathe, I could smell, kiss my girlfriend.
Proud of you.
She's happy.
Well, you sound like you don't want to give up, and again, thanks for calling in.
Quit line was a big help for me. I said, hey, I want to quit, I just need help. If someone's going to offer you help, take it.
Good job, babe.
Thank you, honey.
And then welcome back to the Carroll College PE Center. Joe McMahon along with Coach Kurt Paulson, and it is almost time for tip-off in game number 2. Game number 1 just completed. Carroll College Lady Saints come off with their 9th conference victory. They win it over Bellevue University, and it's the men's turn tonight. This is going to be a great matchup, Kurt. I've been looking forward to it all day long, just thinking about it, because you've got two teams that are pretty equally matched. You've got Bellevue coming off a 71-68 loss to Rocky last night, and Carroll coming off a 1-point victory here at home over Dakota State, but both teams are outstanding.
Well, if these games are even close to what last night's were, we're in for a treat.
Or a heart attack or something like that, because it'll keep you on your toes. Both teams have finished their warm-ups, and they will be introducing the starting lineups here in just a moment. Usually here at Carroll, they'll have a pregame prayer and the national anthem, so we'll pick up on both of those, but we look for J.J. Montgomery, Ahmad Bynum, Jaden Phillips, Liam Thompson, and R.J. Smith to start here for the Bellevue Bruins. And the starters for Carroll College will be introduced here shortly as well. We'll turn it back over to the PA announcer and the pregame prayer. And we'll be back with the starting lineup for Carroll here in just a second.
Carroll College Fighting Saints. Would you please stand and remove your hats for the pregame prayer by Father Mark Lenneman.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of this new year and the graces that it is contained within. We ask you to bless us, bless the teams tonight, keep this competition safe, everyone safe from injury, keep us all in your good grace, and help us love you more this year than ever before. We ask this all in Jesus' name, amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
Thank you, Father Mark. At this time, as we pay honor to the United States of America, whether you direct your attention to the flag, remaining standing for the singing of our national anthem by Kevin Ham. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you, Kevin.
There you have it, national anthem sung by Kevin Ham tonight. Thank you, Kevin. Outstanding job. Again, the starters for Bellevue University. 5'11" senior J.J. Montgomery, number 2 out of Hayward, California. He'll start. Number 11 also, Ahmad Bynum. He's number 2 in the Frontier Conference in scoring right now at 20 points per game. He's a 6'3" senior out of Chicago, Illinois. Number 12, Jaden Phillips at 6'5", a senior out of Oakland, California. Number 15, Liam Thompson, a 6'6" junior out of Phoenix, Arizona. And number 55, 6'8" senior R.J. Smith out of El Dorado Hills, California. For Carroll College, this is who we expect tonight from head coach Dan Pearson. Number 1, Isaiah Crane, a 6-foot redshirt sophomore out of Portland, Oregon. Lawrence De La Cruz, number 2, a 6-foot senior out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Also in the starting lineups, number 14, Kellen Harrison hit the game winner last night for Carroll. He is a 6-foot sophomore out of Bozeman, Montana. Number 22, Nate Christie, who's coming on strong for Carroll, a 6'7" freshman out of Spokane, Washington. And Isaac Round, number 24, a 6'4" sophomore out of Northampton, England. So for Carroll College, big game here at home. These conference games are always big, but you want to protect your home court, Kurt, as you know.
Yeah, this is a quick turnaround because these two teams played last night, and they don't have hardly any time to prep for the quick turnaround. So these games, it'll take a little bit for them to feel each other out, but we know Carroll wants to speed the game up and play into the high 80s and into the 90s, and Bellevue can score it as well.
Yes, they can. They can put the ball in the hole. They're averaging over 80 points a game as well as Carroll. And it's interesting when you look at Carroll College, they are led by a couple of guards, Lorenzo De La Cruz and Kellen Harrison. Lorenzo's first in the conference in steals at 3 a game, and Kellen is 5th at 2.1. Like quick hands.
Boy, those guys are pests.
Yes, they are.
And they just wear on you as the game goes along. They don't stop. They're relentless. And then you throw in Crane, it's like a 3-headed monster with those quick guards at Carroll.
Yeah. In other words, you and I should probably not challenge them 2-on-2 out here. Probably not.
If the Bellevue guards, and especially their point guard, can handle the pressure,
yes,
they can keep this thing close. But if they let the pressure bother them, we'll see.
Smith in the center jump circle along with Nate, and the tip controlled by Carroll. And it'll be Crane who will bring it across for the first time for the Saints. It's like man-to-man defense for the Bruins to start this game. Phillips picking up Brown. Into the lane goes De La Cruz, and he kind of slid. Now they can call it a travel. Hit the brakes, and his skids just didn't hold up, did they? Yeah. Well, here we go. Men's action. This will get Coach Kurt Paulson's blood going here.
Yeah, keep an eye on Bellevue and their point guard here and getting them into the offense and not letting Carroll speed them up. That'll be a key to the game.
That's Montgomery. There's Thompson. Lays it for Phillips. He'll head right down the lane and lay it up and in. Goes right around Crane. Phillips long and lanky, and he can score the ball. He had 13 last night in the loss at Rocky. Again, Bellevue was in control of that game against Rocky for most of the game. Carroll working the ball around the perimeter. There's Crane. Shot no good by Christie. They went to that early last night and got a couple of buckets early for Christie.
Yeah, Christie's a good player. He's only a true freshman, but he plays big, and watch for him to kind of play on the elbows. He's like a high blocker, and he can do a lot. He'll slip some screens, and he's a really good player.
Speaking of doing a lot, Jaden Phillips just hit a 3-ball. It's 5-0 Bellevue. Off to a quick start are the Bruins. Round to Crane. He'll head down the lane, have it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll be St. Ball.
Yeah, Bellevue's trying to use their length on Crane. You know, as he went in there and spun, he had 2 or 3 bodies with length on him.
De La Cruz to inbound the ball. Right back to Christie. Gives it right back to Crane. Laid up left hand, and it won't go. Rolls off the rim. Thompson clears it for Bellevue. Bellevue, a long way from home, but a very talented basketball team. Ahmad Bynum starts down the lane, leaves it out. Thompson's got it now to Phillips. It's going right down the lane. He's got some size on De La Cruz. 10 on the shot clock. Montgomery, left side, Bynum, 3-ball up and in. What a shot.
Wow, Montgomery threaded the needle because there were hands, and it almost got deflected, but it went through there, and they got the 3 on the backside.
There's Christie, dribbles into the lane, leaves it for Crane, has it go off his foot, but recovers. Bynum trying to keep track of Crane. De La Cruz scoots across the key, 3-ball from Round, whistle. He'll go to the free throw line. Round really had a physical game last night. I remember he got hit quite a few times, so he was just getting bounced.
He really draws fouls on those threes.
Yeah.
He just knows how to kind of bait you into getting the foul, and he's a really good free throw shooter.
Good player. And usually when a commentator says that, the kid misses, but he made it.
That's some sort of jinx, but not with you, Joe.
No, it's golden. You said it. I didn't do it. I was going to blame it on you. Brown gets the first two. He'll have one more. Saints getting on the scoreboard, but it's coming from the free throw line.
We'll watch Carroll trying to get into their full court pressure here right after the make.
Here they go. Montgomery with it for Bellevue with Crane on him. Crane had a phenomenal freshman year last year. Keeping it going this year. Ahmad Bynum just nails another one. He's money.
What a tough shot that was. A step back three, guy in his face.
He's got 5 points already. He's off to a great start, and he's just got another steal. He's heading the other way. Caleta Cruz trying to slow him down, and there's no slowing that guy down. He's got the slam dunk, steal in the dunk. At what point does Dan Person call timeout? Is he going to let him play it out? What do you think, Coach?
Well, usually Carroll's doing the speeding of teams up, but Bellevue's actually the one that's done that thus far.
De La Cruz fires it up over Smith, no good. And Bynum's got a rebound, and the Bruins have the ball, and they're up 9. That's Thompson. Working around the top of the perimeter, leaves it for Phillips. Drive it on De La Cruz into the lane, off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound. Right back up with the right hand and in. And I guess now we know, timeout.
There's your timeout. Probably a good one. You know, Carroll, they
30 second timeout, Carroll.
14-3, we'll be back after this message.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts.
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
To wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Back at the Carroll College PE Center, Phillips with 7 and Bynum with 7 to lead the way for Bellevue. Crane with the basketball out of the timeout, waiting for Harrison to make a back cut. He does, but the pass gets away. It's kicked out of bounds and it'll be controlled by Carroll, but
Bellevue's really getting out in the passing lanes, and they're challenging every pass that Carroll's making around the perimeter.
So De La Cruz will inbound it. Carroll with just 3 free throws, not a field goal in the first 4 minutes of the game. Crane has it on the wing left. He'll head to the end of the lane. Back out top, De La Cruz thought about it, didn't shoot. Back to Crane, into the lane. 3 seconds on the shot clock. De La Cruz is going to have to get it off. It's on its way. Bang.
Whew. Well, when Crane gets to the paint, he's got about 3 guys collapsing, and he might have to do that tonight, find his teammates, and he did that to De La Cruz, and
got him an open shot, yep. 14-6. Bruins back the other way with an early lead in the basketball as they work it around the perimeter. We're down to 10 seconds on the shot clock with Montgomery having it at the top of the key. Into the lane, baseline pass, up and in.
Isaiah got caught ball watching there.
Yep.
There was middle penetration. He was watching the ball as guy cut behind him on the baseline.
De La Cruz to Christie. Kellen Harrison into the lane, back to De La Cruz. Pump fake into the lane. Got Thompson on his hip. Fires it back out to Christie. Right down the lane, left hand, up and in.
Gosh, he's so good at when he catches those drop-offs on the move, and then he just goes to the hoop with the right shoulder, left-hand finish. He's tough.
He is tough. Back the other way come the Bellevue Bruins, leading at 16-8 here. With 14:31 to go here in the first half. Coming off a loss last night in Billings to Rocky Mountain College. Carroll victorious here against Dakota State last night. Rebound Christie. De La Cruz leaves it for Christie. Back to round, 3 ball on the way, count it.
Carroll can go on runs.
Yes, they can. And that's not news to Bellevue. They're aware of that. They just got to figure out a way to shut it down. Lucas Gabriel, 7th year head coach for Bellevue. 118-85 in his tenure. Thompson works his way into the lane, leaves it on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Return, back up and in. Mathuk with the back bucket. Not Mathuk. Down the lane goes Round. Back out to De La Cruz. Christie low with Mathuk behind him. He'll turn. Loses it, gathers it, puts it up with that left hand.
When you're guarding Christie, if I'm Bellevue, I'm not letting him get to his right shoulder, because he gets to his right shoulder, he's got a great little left-handed jump hook, and that's what he wants to do.
Gets to that spot, and he's pretty tough from there. Montgomery back the other way to Halliburton. Crossover, heads down the lane, left, off the glass, no good. Rebound Thompson, nice job. Bellevue team is very athletic, very quick. Down the lane goes Montgomery. He'll turn, put it up over Round, no good. Rebound Round. Round will leave it for Crane. Crane starts to the baseline, turns with the left hand. Nope, it's short. Rebound tipped out and controlled by Montgomery. 18-13. It's been fast and furious, kind of what we expected. Thompson left side, Montgomery 3 ball, no good. Rebound Christie.
The problem when Bellevue misses is Carroll's coming right back at you. You better get back on defense.
Christie tried to tip the miss up from De La Cruz, no good. Here comes Mathok, quickly heads the other way. On the baseline, he's going to turn. Mathok, and we got a whistle. He's going to the free throw line.
The 2 times they've given it to him down low, he's attacking, and he's a load in there.
He's pushing Round out of the way, gets it up over Christie, puts it up and in, and draws the foul on Christie. He'll go to the free throw line. Matt Mathok, the last bucket. Media timeout, 11:56 to go here in the first half, 20-13. We'll be back with more basketball after these messages.
Getting my hearing aids was one of the greatest gifts.
It's gorgeous today.
When you don't hear things, you get frustrated. And the more frustrated you get, the more you smoke. I turn to the quit line.
Thank you for calling in. I'm glad that you're taking this step in quitting tobacco. My name is Alejandro.
I seriously owe my life to the quit line. Make that call. Don't hesitate.
Ding dong.
Mountain Dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dream. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine.
Back at Carroll College, and Dan Person in his second year here at Carroll, and he's kind of brought a different flavor to the game.
No, absolutely. His style is unique, and Carroll's playing fast, and they want to score in the 80s and 90s. You know, a lot of coaches say that they're going to play fast when they're, say, interviewing for jobs.
Sure, yeah.
He actually is playing fast.
He's carried out on him.
And his kids fly around, and it's a fun brand to watch.
It is. It's entertaining for the fans for sure. Drew Jones into the game for Carroll. Drew made a key pass last night to Kellen Harrison for the winning bucket. And that is Gavin Gross with the basketball, who's also checked in, along with number 12, McGarvin. We'll host the subs for Carroll. Round still out there as one of the remaining starters. Down the lane goes McGavin. He'll turn, put it up over Mathuk, and shot no good, but rebound. And a shot clock goes off. Offensive rebound, Gavin Gross.
I thought McGarvin should have kicked that out. He had Round spotting up right at the top
Waiting.
with a few seconds left, and he could have fanned it out for a three.
Back we go the other way with the basketball for the Bears is Montgomery at the moment to Phillips. He'll push it back to Montgomery, left side, shot on the way, no good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Carroll. So Round will come out with it on the run. Up the right side, it goes to number 3, Charisma. Back to McGarvin, into the lane, he's gonna spin. Pump fake, left hand off the glass and score it.
So Carroll ran a little sideline baseline screen over there, and then a quick little roll, and they pocket passed and get the ball going middle to their bigs.
And it worked that time as McGarvin with the bucket. In the lane goes Phillips. Good help from Gross defensively. Switch it around to Bynum. 3 ball on the way. No good. Rebound. Charisma. Pass almost stolen to McGarvin. 3 ball on the way from him, and it's good.
Well, the difference here is Carroll's getting stops on this end like they weren't getting the first few minutes of the game, and then once they get stops, they break on
They're
them.
on. Yeah, they're flying up the court. Let's see if the Bruins have an answer here. Baseline, it goes to Mathok. Shot goes up, no good, but he's going back to the free throw line. Matt Mathok has had a good first half here. He's come off the bench and played well.
So Bellevue offensively, they're kind of in a 4-out, 1-in set, and when they have gone inside with the post pass, they've got usually free throws or good looks at the hoop, but they've kind of cooled off since the first part of the game.
Mathok's free throw up, no good. He'll get another opportunity. Here comes Thompson into the game. Looks like Kellen Harrison's going to come back in for Carroll, replaced Round, who hasn't had a break yet. Kellen with an amazing bucket last night at the end of the game. It was just unbelievable. If you haven't seen that, folks, you may want to cue that up on YouTube and watch that because it was amazing.
Well, I ran into his dad in the bathroom between games.
Did you?
And
Yeah.
I asked him if he taught him how to cherry pick like that, and he said, no, I usually just stood in the corner and waited for somebody to pass to me.
It's a pretty easy offensive set to remember. Go down the lane, Harrison. He'll turn back out now to McGarvin. There goes Drew Jones. He leaves it for Charisma, lays it up and in. Drew Jones is a playmaker.
Man, he's a sixth man, but he's a starter in reality. He makes plays.
Steal, Gross gets a steal. He and Harrison on the break. He's heading the other way, lays it up over Phillips. He scores it.
And this is where Carroll makes these runs on you. They speed you up, get some stops on defense, and then break on the other end.
Yep, they got pressure out front. Thompson with it now across the midcourt line. Phillips with it for Bellevue, trying to settle his team down. 14 on the shot clock. Picks up a screen from Smith, starts down the lane left side over Charisma. Shot no good, but he's going to go to the free throw line. Some contact down the lane.
Well, keep an eye on this as the game goes along, Joe. As Bellevue sets these high ball screens, that time Carroll switched. Charisma got matched up with Phillips, and Phillips is a tough guard. He's about 6'7", handling the ball. So if Carroll's going to switch those ball screens up high, look for Bellevue maybe to keep attacking that on the switch.
It's been effective for him, that's for sure. All right, coming up on the Quit Now Montana Halftime Report, we'll have first half highlights. And the live reads tonight, the game of the week, sponsored by Quit Now Montana, Mountain Dew, My Life, My Quit Independent Bank, and Pepsi. .22 apiece, 9:02 to go here in the first half. And the first 5 minutes or so really controlled by Bellevue, but Carroll has come firing back.
Yeah, Bellevue's really going one-on-one, early on it was working. They were getting some mismatches on the high ball screens or just one-on-one drives. But then they started missing. Carroll's defense picked up a little bit, and then Carroll's been breaking. They've closed the gap, and we'll kind of see how the game goes here and who's adjusting.
Both teams shooting about 53% from the floor. Carroll is 3 of 3 from beyond the three-point arc, however. So they have an advantage there.
Go free throws, Jaden Phillips.
So Phillips will step to the free throw line. Jaden's had a good start. He's got 7 points. Almost had 8, but that one crawled out. Yeah, it's interesting how quickly the momentum in these games can switch back and forth, because for the first few minutes, Bellevue really came out and controlled the game.
1 and 2 for Jaden.
Well, it changed when Carroll started getting stops on the defensive end.
Jones will push it up the left side. Phillips on him. Carroll, a young basketball team. Lots of freshmen and sophomores playing a lot of minutes. And there's a sophomore right there, Kellen Harrison, who has shown a lot of growth and improvement since he's been here. There goes Charisma into the lane. Shot up, no good. Here comes Bynum on the run and in a hurry, and he'll back it out. Good job by Harrison getting him shut down. Into the lane he goes, though, around a couple of defenders and just lays it in. Wow.
Boy, he knifes in there, and
he's quick.
He can score it in the paint.
20 a game, second in the conference right now for Bynum. Ahmad Bynum, 6'3" senior out of Chicago. This is Gavin Gross with it. Backdoor cut, Charisma goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints.
Well, watch as Carroll gets into their half-court offense. They like to bring their forwards to the pinch post area at the elbows. They'll hit those forwards, and then there's cutters.
Left
there
and
could be
right.
a cutter curling off that guy. There's baseline cutters. Once they get it to that spot, man, look for those other guards like Harrison to cut.
Back the other way come the Bruins. Montgomery with the basketball under control. It's Thompson. Waits for Bynum to come out and get it. Instead, he'll hand it to Phillips. Back to Montgomery. Bynum with Harrison on him. What a challenge that's going to be to stick with that kid. Free ball on the way, no good. Battle for the rebound.
Great
Charisma and
box
Thompson.
out
Yep.
right there by Charisma. Great box out.
Kept Thompson away from it. Down the lane goes Christie, left hand off the glass, no good, and Charisma hustling after it, can't get it before J.J. Montgomery comes up with it. Kellen Harrison almost gets a steal from Bynum. This is Montgomery. Drew Jones on him. Down the lane he goes.
See a lot of one-on-one here with Bellevue.
Phillips, left wing shot, no good. Long rebound, sails out of bounds, saved by Smith, but saved to Nate Christie. There goes Jones right around Montgomery. His shot won't go, however. Steal, Jones. One man to beat Montgomery. We got a whistle, and Montgomery's going to get called for the foul. Drew Jones has come off the bench, and he is a man unleashed.
Well, he had the game winner versus Montana Tech last month, and then he was the one who delivered the baseball pass over the top to Harrison last night for the game winner.
Yep. He is just a freshman out of Washington. He's at the free throw line right now. Yet to score, but that just changed as he hit his first free throw.
Well, when Drew Jones checks in, Carroll doesn't miss a beat.
No.
They actually get better. He's a big guard, and he can really shoot it. And then if you get up on him, take away the three, then he's got the handle to get by you. He can get to the rim. He's a good passer.
He really fits with Coach Parsons' game style.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Guess that's why he's here. Jones' next free throw up and in.
2 points for Drew.
1 point Bruin lead. And what's been very entertaining from the start, Thompson across midcourt, back out to Phillips, and they'll reset. He'll head down the lane, leave it for Mathock. Can't get it to go, though. Back out to Thompson, to Phillips. Pump fake down the lane, right hand up. Offensive foul. Phillips says it can't be, and the official said, yeah, it is. Well, watch it on the replay. Here he comes, pump fake. You'll see him head down the lane, and It's like offensive foul.
Well, what I like is Round stepped up and took the charge, but Isaiah Crane, he kind of V-backed onto the drop-off man, which was Round's guy.
To prevent
so
that.
he had nobody to pass to. He got airborne, and all he could do was charge.
Crane with it, top of the lane. To Round, 3 ball, no good.
If I'm Bellevue, I don't give Round that look. If there's penetration, I'm locking up because he's filling behind and he's got some easy looks right at the top.
He's usually pretty accurate from out there. Thompson will turn in the lane, put it up, it won't go. Round with a rebound. To Kellen Harrison. There goes Crane right down the lane, stops, turns, leaves it, gets it to Harrison.
Carroll's at butter, we call it. That's when the shot clock's around 10, so they gotta get downhill here.
Here's Drew Jones. Gets it. Good shot.
Well, Bellevue had to play the whole possession all the way down to the shot clock, and then Drew Jones hits that fadeaway right at the buzzer. I mean, that's a tough possession.
Backbreaker right there for the defense. There goes Thompson, leaves it to Mafak on the baseline. He'll lay it up and in. Crane penetrates into the lane, stops, pulls up, short shot, and won't go. Christie fighting for the rebound, and it's controlled by Thompson. 1 point advantage right now for the Bruins with the ball.
Well, if you're Bellevue and you get a defensive rebound,
yeah,
they are swarming you, the Carroll defenders' hands. So you better be strong with that ball and chin it.
Thompson back out to Phillips now with 8 on the shot clock. There goes Phillips. He loses it. Up ahead it goes to Harrison, who just takes off the other way. He'll lay it up and in. The big play.
He spun and Harrison was there, and
Gone.
he's quick. He's like a bullet getting shot out of a gun on those steals.
J.J. Montgomery brings it across, slows it down a little bit. Now he's heads into the lane, finds Mathek on the left wing. 3 ball up, no good. Rebound Crane. Carroll up by 1 with the basketball and a chance to extend this lead. Crane into the lane, trying to do just that. He'll back it out, leave it for Drew Jones, and his pass intercepted by Phillips. You mentioned when you jump on the baseline, you should better know what you're going to do, and I think that time Jones got caught.
He did get caught.
Yep. Cross-court pass, it goes to Montgomery. 3 ball on the way, good.
You know, the highest percentage three-point shots are inside out, and that's what Bellevue did right there.
Here comes Crane down the lane. He'll put it up. It won't fall. He's having a hard time getting his offense going tonight.
You know, the length of Bellevue has been bothering Isaiah Crane thus far. When he gets in the paint, there's 2 or 3 bodies, and they're long, and they've caused him a little bit of trouble in there.
However, all's not lost for the Saints, as we've seen Crane time and time again, all of a sudden just turn it on and just explode.
Well, he's streaky.
Yep, varies. There goes Montgomery with 7 on the shot clock. He'll try a 3. That won't go. Long rebound into the corner. Jones runs it down to Christie, up ahead to Harrison. Trying to get around Phillips. He'll head right down the lane, spin it over to the left side, and we got a whistle.
So when Bellevue takes a contested 3 like that and Carroll gets the board and then pushes it
Takes
back
off.
the other way, Bellevue can't really get their defense set. And so that's where a lot of their fouls are occurring.
28-30. Bruins with a 2-point lead. Call the timeout. They're going to talk it over, try and slow it down. As this one is living up to all the hype. Both these teams very talented. Certainly with an opportunity to win the Frontier Conference this year, either one of them. There's some competition, however. You got Montana Tech, you got Dakota State, Rocky Mountain College is always good. There are some tough teams in this league.
Well, what's worked for Bellevue so far is when they get one-on-one, they get downhill versus Carroll, they get to the paint. When they've dropped the ball off to the big that's kind of floating in the baseline, they've got some good layups off of that. And then when they've thrown it into the post and skipped it to the weak side because Carroll's kind of a smaller team.
Yeah.
And they like to double the post. So if you can exploit that if you're Bellevue, the way you do that is you throw it in, and then as they double you, you got to skip it on the weak side, and they did get an open three that they made. So those are a couple things that have worked for Bellevue, and then Carroll on the contrary, you know, they've been keying on Crane. So other guys like Drew Jones and Round, that's where he can draw the defense and then kick it to
Kick it
those
back
guys
out.
that can hit the
Yeah,
shot.
yeah. Coach, you're talking like you've been in a few huddles in your lifetime. Have you been in a few? Yeah, once or twice. Ball inbounded to Christie. Joe McMahon, Kurt Paulson with you here. Enjoying this one, 30-28. Bellevue with the lead. Carroll with the basketball. Charisma, right side to Crane. 3-ball, a deep one on the way. Boom. Well, you know, might as well just do that.
So if they're going to collapse on Crane,
Yep.
he'll take that one, and if he starts making those, that's going to open up some stuff.
That makes it tough to defend him. Montgomery will spin, give it back to Methok. Down low it goes to
Here comes
Smith.
this double.
There's the double. And Bynum, 3-ball on the way, off the front of the rim, no good. Charisma, good block out and rebound. De La Cruz pushes it up the left side. He's got Chrissy with Smith behind him. He's going to head into the lane, giving up a little size to R.J. Smith. De La Cruz. Christie back to De La Cruz. He'll head down the lane. Stop. Back out it goes to Gross for the 3-ball up and in.
Well, great drawn kick
Yep.
by Cruz. And Gross lifted off the weak side, and Cruz found him.
Into the lane goes Montgomery. Back out top now. He'll take it. Leave it for Bynum. Super quick down the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound, Charisma. But man, he got to the lane, had a quick view, or clear view, just couldn't finish it. Bynum something else. Down low is Gross. Back out to De La Cruz, he's gonna reset.
There's just constant movement by Carroll. Their
Yep.
guys are always in cutting actions and lifting actions, and it's really hard to guard.
Oh, it would be. Back the other way, Halliburton with the ball. And it goes to Smith, knocked loose by Christie. There goes Crane into the lane, has his shot blocked by Bynum, gets it back, puts it up, left hand, no good. Rebound, Matha. Look, check that. There goes Bynum. 3-ball, too strong. Crane back the other way up the left side, stops in front of the Bellevue bench, gets it back. He's going to reset the offense. Something
Looks like Carroll's going to go for one shot, but Bellevue's going to get the ball back.
Charisma starts into the lane. Back out to Crane with 6 on the shot clock. With Smith on him, he's going to start down, has it stripped away. Halliburton with the steal. Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Halliburton, top of the lane. To Montgomery, 3-ball on the way, no good. That'll do it. First half's through, and it's been a good one.
Carroll switched that last ball screen, and I thought Montgomery got a good look, but he didn't make it.
Yep, had a decent look. We're going to break away. When we come back, we're going to talk with head coach Rochelle Sayers, visit a little bit about her basketball team. We'll be back after this message.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
I could talk all day about TDS fiber internet. Sometimes I do. But I bet you'd rather hear what your friends and neighbors think. So we asked folks here in Montana about their new TDS service, and here's what they had to say.
Instantly notice a massive increase in our internet speed. 6-star service.
Everything works like a dream right away.
Great internet at a reasonable price.
What will you say about TDS fiber internet? TDS fiber. It's what the buzz is about.
Back at the Carroll College PE Center, Joe McMahon, and I'm joined by Carroll College women's head coach Rochelle Sayers. And first off, congratulations on another conference victory tonight. Anytime you get a conference victory, wherever it is, it's a good thing in the Frontier Conference.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this Frontier Conference. You have two newcomers who have come in here these last 2 days, and yesterday, what a thrill that was. And we'll talk a little bit about tonight's game in a minute, but boy, that ending last night was wild.
Well, we've played that team a couple times, obviously, at the national tournament, and so, we have some players that were members of those
Yes.
teams that played them in 2 Sweet 16s, and so, our returners really, they really got our young kids ready for that game, knowing how aggressive it was going to be, how tough it was going to be, and they were ready to go. They made some big plays, and obviously we kind of lost our lead and composure a little bit the last 2 minutes, but we're able to get some stops, and obviously Willie hit a big shot to secure the win.
Yeah, it's those endings that coaches look at and really can see how that's going to help you formulate the rest of your year, because you've got that experience to build from.
And we just got back from Florida, playing two top 25 teams over there and lost both games by 2 points. The first one we had a lead with about a minute and a half to go, and kind of had the same trouble, just had some miscues and just went cold and then lose 2 games by 2. So to be able to secure that win and hold on to the lead in the end was huge for us.
What are your early thoughts on these 6 new teams in the conference? It's changed the whole thing quite a bit.
Well, I really enjoy it. I mean, playing everybody 3 times, and then you get to the tournament playing 4, and then, national tournament playing Providence 5 times that 2 years ago. And so to be able to play some new teams, obviously the back-to-back's a little tough with these teams in particular, because, the players know nothing about them, and even coaches-wise, it's not like, playing Tech one night and Western the next, where you know the tendencies of the team, the players and the personnel. So everybody's starting at square one, really, with the next night's scout.
Well, your basketball team brought back some experience this year. You got Albrecht, obviously. Willa's done a great job for you. Carsetter's really coming along, and her power game, her post game is really building for her. Erickson is so steady. She's kind of like the kid that's on the floor jumping on things, and she's one you want on your team for sure.
Well, and Izzy is just such a warrior. I mean, she prolonged getting shoulder surgery. She should have had it this past spring, and really didn't want to miss all summer and fall, wanted to be ready for her last year. And so, I don't think people realize what she goes through to be on the floor. We played 2 games this weekend, and her shoulder didn't come out, which is very odd. It's sometimes on a shot, it's sometimes on a rebound, and anybody that's had a shoulder injury and that thing comes out and stays out, it's hard to imagine that she takes about 3 minutes on the bench to kind of collect herself and let the pain kind of subside, and then she wants to get back in that game. So, she's our senior captain, unanimous vote by her teammates, and they look at her toughness and her grit and what she does every day to be on the court for this team, and she inspires them all for sure.
Definitely so. I thought the last 2 games you've got some big minutes off the bench from Ava Oakland. She's really come off the bench and helped you out.
Yeah, and Ava was one we lost early in conference last year to a broken hand. She was really playing well, and that really hurt us. Not having a lot of depth last year really hurt us down the stretch, and when we lost her, that really hurt us. And so this year, she's really, she was out, almost 3 months with her broken hand, and so getting her back going, and she's playing great, plays with a lot of energy. She plays a lot like Izzy as far as her toughness, and she pursues those rebounds. She's feisty on defense, and she's starting to knock down shots, which is great for us.
You've got some new kids too to the program this year that have really contributed. I'm really impressed with that young lady from Miles City. She's something else.
Jillian is a stud. I mean, she does not play like a freshman.
No.
She doesn't look like a freshman.
You sure she is?
I'm 100% sure,
All
but
right.
her mentality is just, she's just mature.
Yeah.
You know, she understands what she needs to do. She doesn't get rattled. She's full of confidence, and she's just going to be a great player for the next 4 years for us.
She certainly is. Coach Paulson, I know, is very impressed also with Gracie Allen and how she controls the floor for you.
She does, and you know, last night I think she had 3 points, and you look at the stat sheet, and you're probably thinking, you know, point guard didn't do much, but she controlled that whole game.
She did. Yeah.
The pressure that they put on us all night, she handled it by herself most of the time. She got us settled into offense. She got the ball where it needed to be, and because of that, our team was settled offensively. We weren't rattled. They didn't speed us up because she was in so much control. And you know, I think when she, you know, the more she plays with this group, the more you're going to see her come out of her shell offensively, because she can score, she can hit the three, she can get to the rim, but she's just such a smart point guard. She knows where the ball needs to go. She knows how to get it to him, and she's been a great addition for us.
It was fun working with Coach Paulson. In that first quarter, he mentioned that Carroll really wasn't, your team wasn't getting to the offensive boards, and you called a timeout, and he said, you watch, that's going to be addressed. And you came out, and they were on it all over, and he goes, see? I said, you've done this a few times. He knew. Yeah. It just took a little while to get him going.
Yeah, well, Kurt and I had a lot of conversations in
did.
the offices when he was the head coach here. I certainly miss having those X and O talks with him. But, you know, that's one of the things. We were a little slow starting, I think, you know, emotionally, mentally, physically. After the game we played last night, it was tough to get going. So that was really our focus. We're not shooting it very well. We can get to the offensive boards, and we can really work harder defensively to try to create some easy ones. And we were able to score 25 points off of their turnovers. And so that kind of really got us going in the second half.
Yeah. Milliman, the sophomore from Manhattan, has done a great job for you too the last couple games.
She is. She's a redshirt freshman. Yep. She's getting her first minutes. Gracie's a kid that didn't start playing basketball till the 8th grade, and she came down a few times, and we did some workouts with her. And you know, every time she came back, she picked up on what we worked on her. You know, worked with her on the time before, and we just felt like this is a kid that's going to be pretty good. And every game she gets a little bit better. She gets a little more confident. She's got great footwork.
Yeah.
She's really smart, and I think she's just going to be, you know, by her junior and senior year, I think she could be an all-conference type post for us.
Definitely could. Okay, well, next weekend, 2 more conference games right here, correct? Right?
Yes. Home again.
Home again. 2 more to go, but we'll cover you then. We'll look forward to watching your girls play. But congratulations again. Big victory for you tonight, and enjoy it. And back to work soon, right?
Back to work soon. Thank you.
All right. 34-30, Saints lead it. We'll be back after these messages.
At Independence Bank, we're not just fans, we're part of the team. As our local student athletes get back on the field and in the classroom, we're here to help you tackle every challenge, from banking solutions to community support. We play to win. Good luck and have fun. Independence Bank, stronger together, winning together. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The mission: sneak inside, give out Pepsi, don't get caught.
Just try it. Trust me?
Pepsi makes the carne asada taste even better.
Right? Well, I gotta go now. You just got here. You can't leave yet. I've been here for 6 hours. Wow, Tia, you are so strong. Have some more? More. Wow.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, it's my 3rd plate. Go without me. Just save yourselves.
A lot of our kids and a lot of our people do vape and smoke. Especially around here on the res, there's a lot of that.
I see the impact of vaping, amongst our communities as a total negative thing. We always share with the young people is that you gotta find your own strengths. You gotta find your positive strengths, whether that's reading, singing, dancing.
I would call this hotline, which is called My Life, My Quit. I was able to get through it with their help, because I'm living for my people. I'm dancing for my people.
Back at the Carroll College PE Center, it is halftime. The Saints lead the Bruins 34-30. Joe McMahon with you. Kurt Paulson will rejoin us here shortly. And we'll look at the Mountain Dew do-over replays from the first half. Lots of them, lots of positive plays for both teams. Both teams offensively starting to warm up. And here's the first one. This is Jaden Phillips for the Bruins, heading right down the lane, showing his skill. Just a very talented player. He's got it again, and he'll hit this three over Round, knocks it down. And then Bynum got going for early on for Bellevue, hits that jump shot. He's got another one here that he knocks down somehow with Crane all over him. And here comes Bynum on a breakaway slam dunk. So Bynum with the big first half, he had 9 points. And obviously can get off the floor. He's the difference maker for the Bears. There's Phillips with an offensive rebound. He'll put it back up with that right hand. And for the Saints, De La Cruz hit that first three for Carroll. It really kind of got their offense started. This is Mathick on the baseline for Bellevue. Nate Christie going to that left hand, which is one of his strengths. Coach Paulson talked about that in the first half. And then Round pulls up for that three, spots up and hits it. There's Mathick with another rebound. Christie battling down in there. He really favors that left hand. He likes to turn that right shoulder into you and float it up with the left hand. It's been a battle under the basket. There's McGarvin. Got a punt fake, put it up. He's kind of undersized to be playing in that post, but he seems to find a way to do it. And here's Round again with another triple. There's Drew Jones with a beautiful feed to Charisma. And there's Harrison laying it up and in. So just a few of the many highlights here in the first half. We'll break away one more time. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half here. Carroll leads it 34-30. We are back after these messages.
At Valley Bank, we believe that education is the building block of success for our communities, which is why we are rewarding students for getting good grades in school. If you are a Montana student, ages 14 to 25, Valley Bank will pay you for every A earned on your report card each quarter, and a bonus for earning a 4.0 GPA. And after you get paid for your hard work, make sure to celebrate your school pride with our free School Spirit debit cards. Come visit us today to get started.
This is the Frontier Conference, a bigger, better, and fierce frontier. Experience the thrill of competition from 17 of the NAIA's most respected programs. The NAIA and Frontier Conference champion the authentic spirit of college athletics while focusing on the right way to play. It's more than a message. It's a movement that celebrates the NAIA's shared commitment to competition, character, and community. So, are you ready for the fierce frontier?
At Carroll College, we set the bar high. In academics, in discovery, in community. But you won't face it alone. Our professors know your name. Our community lifts you up. You'll not only rise to the challenge, you'll soar into the future. Carroll College, you belong.
Welcome back to the Carroll College PE Center. I'm Joe McMahon. This is Coach Kurt Paulson, who retired from coaching a few years back and is enjoying the leisure life of just normal job and getting home on time and right. And,
yeah, these broadcaster gigs are pretty good.
They're not bad.
You guys must be running low on color analysts, though.
I think we checked everywhere, and and somebody threw your name out. No, I'm just kidding. It's been great to have you. Enjoyed getting your perspective. What do you see in the first half stats?
Well, Carroll had a slow start. They came off that game winner last night,
right.
A lot of emotions, but they played well once they settled in.
They did. Yep.
Bellevue really didn't take advantage of the size that they have because the rebounding battle was even.
We're back underway. Bellevue with the basketball to start the second half. Almost turned it over, but Ahmad Bynum has it right now. Phillips goes down low to Smith. Cross-court pass quickly to Montgomery. And Bynum at the top of the lane will let it fly. It won't go. Rebound, Kellen Harrison. Let's see what Carroll has planned here in the second half with their first possession. Facing man-to-man defense put on by the Bruins. Crane will head to the baseline. Out to Charisma. The size advantage for Bellevue is notable. Down the lane goes De La Cruz to Christie, and he'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, they're very long and athletic.
Yes.
They did a nice job in the first half against Isaiah Crane with their length. But Carroll took advantage in other areas. They were 5 of 6 from 3 in the first half, shot it efficiently, and then they were 5 of 5 from the free throw line.
So Smith with the bucket, he's going to the free throw line. He'll have another opportunity here. 6 points in the game for R.J. Smith, the 6'8 senior out of El Dorado Hills, California. Had 12 yesterday in the loss at Rocky. Can't get that one to go. The lead remains 4. Round with the rebound. And Crane will bring it across. De La Cruz leaves it to Round. Harrison heads back door. Round replaces him on the side. There he goes on the baseline. Nice pass out to De La Cruz. But defensively they recover. Bruins do. Cruz leaves it for Christie. He'll put it up, won't go. Second chance, no good. De La Cruz puts it up and in. How does a kid that small get in there and get that rebound?
Well, he's a hustler. That's why. But when Christie comes up and sets the ball screens, he's slipping to the hoop, and they're finding him, and he likes to catch it on the roll.
Phillips at the top of the lane. Jaden goes right side to Montgomery. He's going to head into the lane, back out to Bynum. Looking to shoot. Lets it go. Boom. Nice shot.
You know, that's one of the only clean looks Bynum's had all night. A lot of his shots have been contested, step backs, and he got a clean one, and he buried it.
Nailed it. As I mentioned earlier, number 2 in the Frontier Conference in scoring at 20 a game. We got a whistle and a foul, a Bellevue foul. Phillips picks up his 3rd personal foul.
I wonder how many pairs of sneakers De La Cruz goes through in a season, because he's
leaving
quick.
Skid marks everywhere. Yeah, he is very quick. Between he and Harrison, you got to be paying attention to what you're doing, because you're going to take the basketball. Crane over to De La Cruz into the lane, crossover. Leaves it out to Round. Down the lane, floats it, whistle. He's going to the free throw line. Really, that was a bailout because he left that short. Yeah.
Well, you're seeing Isaac Round. He's known as a three-point shooter, but he's getting a little bit more aggressive as his time goes along at Carroll, getting downhill and putting it on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Very capable of doing that, too, and they need more of that from him. First free throw up and in. 39-35. Carroll led it by 4 at the half, 34-30. Second one, no good. Rebound, Phillips. Phillips playing with 3 personal fouls, but Coach Gabriel leaves him in the game. Thompson goes to Smith in the low block, who hooks, puts it up and in. We got an offensive foul. Smith, I think, right elbow, reached around and hooked him.
That's a good call by the official. He did chicken wing him, and
we'll watch it right here on the replay. Watch his left arm, I guess. He'll reach around and hook him.
You know, he didn't need to do that. What he needed to do is catch it and step with his left foot and get an angle around Christie as opposed to using his arm to do it.
Down the lane goes De La Cruz, and somehow he slips it up and in there. He is quick.
This is the danger zone for Bellevue.
41-35, Carroll up 6. Bellevue with the basketball. They need a bucket, desperately need a bucket right here to stem this run. Phillips with Crane on him. Into the lane with the right hand, cradles it off the glass and score it. Beautiful play. Phillips makes it look effortless. There goes Harrison into the lane, leaves it for Christie. Left hand off the glass and score it. Nice pass from Harrison.
You see how they pocket pass that to Christie, and he's got some great hands. He loves to catch the ball on the move on those rolls.
It's a benefit when you got a post player that can do that. Phillips to Montgomery. To Bynum. Crossover right down the lane. There's Christie. He'll put it all around him. No good. Smith with the rebound and put it up and in.
You know, Smith, he's got the size advantage. He's a wide body in there, and he needs to do more of that on the offensive glass.
Yep. Well, Christie had to come over and help, and that released Smith, and he took advantage of it. Round to De La Cruz. Carroll up by 5, 15:53 to go in the game. Christie into the lane with the left hand, back to the right, puts it up, it's short, whistle, and they're going to call it on Thompson, I believe. Lucas Gabriel, the coach for the Bruins, and I didn't see it. Let's watch it on the replay here. He's going to spin to the baseline. And Thompson, yeah, you got him on the left arm.
Well, the trail official had a good angle at that. You know, Christie came back to his left hand, and he definitely got hit on the arm.
No, in all the years you coached, you probably objected to a couple foul calls. Did you ever get him to change it and say, oh, no, okay, you're right, that wasn't a foul?
Well, I'm proud to announce I only got one technical in my 5 seasons here, so
that's very good.
I was pretty proud of that.
That's good. Yeah. Coach Parson got one last night, I remember. Christie's second free throw. Drops, gets them both, 45-39. Garvin's coming in.
So
McGarvin.
Carroll's small right now.
Christie's out, McGarvin's in, yep.
And Bellevue looks like they're a little bit smaller too. 55, Thompson checked out as well.
So back we go the other way. It's Montgomery with it, into the lane with Harrison trying to keep track of him. With Bynum, Crane following him down the lane. He'll put it off the glass, won't go. Rebound tipped around, Crane had it. But Bynum out of there with it. That's a great matchup between those two.
Well, we talked about the small lineup for Carroll, and immediately Bellevue gets a O board.
Yep. And Bynum goes to the lane and lays it up and in. Crane goes around the defender, puts it up with his left hand. It won't go. Rebound, Nagor. Oh, excuse me, Mathick. Mathick with the rebound. Leaves it left side. And Halliburton backs it out. Got Montgomery. There's Bynum. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Harrison on Bynum. Now Crane on him. Shot up and in.
Not much you could do right there.
That was pretty good defense by Carroll, but even better offense by number 11, Ahmad Bynum. Harrison to round off the glass. Great cut.
You can't relax against Carroll. They come right back at you. Round goes out for a ball screen, slips it quickly. They find him on the cut.
Well, about the time you're slapping hands with your buddy for the nice pass on the other end, they've scored. They're quick. Mathick with the ball, leaves it to Bynum. Trying to get around McGarvin. Shot over him. Good. He's feeling it.
Well, Carroll's doing the same thing to Bynum that they're doing to Crane. When they penetrate, there's 2 or 3 bodies, collapsing.
McGarvin shot no good. Bynum with 19 already, with 13:51 left to play, and he is walking across the midcourt. He's tired. Might need a break here. Halliburton back to Bynum. Thought about shooting it, changed his mind. Into the lane goes Halliburton, left hand off the glass. Nice move. 6'1" junior out of Sacramento. Lays it off the glass. McGarvin the other way, puts it off the glass. It won't go. Rebound pulled out of there by the Bears. So the Bruins on a bit of a run here. And a timeout will be called. It's a 30-second timeout. 48-47, lead to the Bruins. We're back after this.
Life is good for me right now without cigarettes. I could breathe, I could smell, kiss my girlfriend.
Proud of you.
She's happy.
Well, you sound like you don't want to give up, and again, thanks for calling in.
Quit line was a big help for me. I said, hey, I want to quit, I just need help. If someone's going to offer you help, take it.
Good job, babe.
Thank you, honey.
At Carroll College, we set the bar high. In academics, in discovery, in community. But you won't face it alone. Our professors know your name. Our community lifts you up. You'll not only rise to the challenge, you'll soar into the future. Carroll College, you belong.
Welcome back to the Carroll College PE Center. Joe McMahon along with Coach Kurt Paulson. And it is fast and furious here. The Bruins from Bellevue, Nebraska, Bellevue University leading at 48-47. Carroll College, the Fighting Saints, coming off a big victory last night over Dakota State, hanging in there. but it's been back and forth, and it's kind of what we expected.
Yeah, Bellevue defensively, they really need to get back, make or miss. Carroll's pushing it at them, and then defensively, they've done a really good job on Isaiah Crane.
Yeah, they've held him in check throughout tonight. Bellevue with the ball out of the timeout. That's Halliburton to Phillips. They'll set the offense. They're going to go inside to Smith. Gavin Gross on him. They jump it into Smith, and it's stolen away. But Smith gets it back, and he'll lay it up and in. Almost a big play by Gavin Gross, who's undersized there to try and keep track of R.J. Smith.
Well, Bellevue's taking advantage of Christie being on the bench the last few possessions.
De La Cruz leaves it for McGarvin. Here's 3 ball on the way, too strong. We got a whistle. And away from the ball, a foul. I think it's on Gavin Gross. So a media timeout. Bruins lead it by 3, 50 to 47.
Tonight's best seat in the house. Winners get to enjoy the game from recliners provided by our friends at Rutgers.
50-47. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
In Helena, we honor tradition, resilience, and the spirit of the Queen City. You don't build a place with this much history and heart without standing together. At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're more than a financial institution. We're your partner. Whether you're buying your first home, building a business, or saving for what's next, we're here for the journey. Rocky Mountain Credit Union, your partner, your future, your credit union. We are RMCU.
At Toyota of Helena, we've always been proud to be your hometown dealership, a place you know you can count on. Step inside and you'll be greeted by friendly faces and a welcoming space that's designed with your comfort in mind. You'll find something for every driver, from dependable trucks to hybrids and SUVs, plus a big selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Our service team offers faster scheduling, shorter waits, and same-day oil changes so you're back on the road sooner. It's all part of making every visit straightforward, comfortable, and easy from start to finish. Toyota of Helena, your no-problem dealership.
Carroll College campus in Helena, Montana. Joe McMahon, Kurt Paulson. Good basketball game, 50-47. We expect as much as the Bruins coming in off a loss last night in Billings. And Carroll with a victory against Dakota State last night here. But these two teams very close statistically. And Bellevue's had a strong second half thus far. Regained the lead. They're up by 3. They've got the basketball out of the timeout. And they'll reset it with Halliburton at the top of the lane. To Thompson, to Phillips. Looking to go one-on-one. He'll start down the lane, kick it on the left side. 6 on the shot clock with Bynum on the bench. Phillips takes over as the primary scorer, and he runs right through McGarvin, but I think it's going to be a safe foul.
So out of the timeout, Bellevue, they ran a little cross-screen action. They were trying to get Smith on the block, but Phillips popped to the high post. Got the catch. He ends up getting it back, and then he penetrated middle, and Carroll had to foul him.
Stop him. Phillips will go to the free throw line, having a good game thus far. He's got 9 points. Make it 10.
You know, the star power on both sides, Crane and Bynum, both defensives have done a good job because they're statistically pretty low off their averages. It's these other guys. What other players on both teams are going to step up?
Step up and make the difference, yep. De La Cruz across the timeline with the ball for Carroll. To Drew Jones, who was checked back in. Carroll with just one starter left on the floor right now. That's De La Cruz. He has it right now. He'll start into the lane, leave baseline for Charisma. He'll pull up, let it fly, won't go. Carroll's gone cold here. They are shooting 44% from the floor at the moment. Phillips on the baseline drive. Good job defensively by Gross, moving his feet and getting him shut down. Back out top to Jaden Phillips. This is Nate Christie about to come back into the game for Carroll. They need him on the floor. 3 ball on the way. Too strong. Rebound. Battle for it. And Carroll controls. Aiden McGarvin credited with that rebound. De La Cruz up the right side. Carroll works it around the perimeter. Jones, open 3 look. That won't go. Smith with the rebound. Down the lane goes Halliburton. He'll put it up, whistle. Didn't go, but he's going to the free throw line. And all of a sudden, Bellevue's changing ends of the floor quickly, too. Watch this break on the replay. Just accelerates right past Charisma. Halliburton earned 2 free throws.
Well, this is a crucial point in the game because, you know, Bellevue's separated a little bit, but Carroll does have their starters checking back in, and they just got a little bit of a rest.
Yep. So Christie, Round, Crane, and Kellen Harrison all return.
The difference lately is Bellevue has been winning the rebound battle the last 3-4 minutes.
It's critical in any game, definitely in this one. Underneath, Christie put it up, no good. We got a whistle. And it's a goaltending call. So credit Christie with the bucket, and it'll be Bellevue ball out of bounds.
And I'm not sure Maythawk needed to do that.
Good. I don't think
he
it was going
at
in.
a tough angle. I'm not sure that was going in.
Yeah. So back come the Bellevue Bruins. Jermaine Halliburton with the basketball. He's either got it in his hands across midcourt or Montgomery does. Now Montgomery has it. Bynum back in the game for the Bruins. Halliburton at the free throw line. To the baseline. Power move up and in. Nice job by Mathek. Matt Mathek out of Council Bluffs, 6'6" sophomore. Having a big game tonight for the Bruins. Harrison. Leaves it for Crane. Tries to get around Halliburton to the baseline. Up, it won't go, but we got a whistle. And Jermaine Halliburton will be called for that foul.
You know, Bellevue's just going one-on-one right now on the other end. Crane does the same thing here, gets to the free throw line.
Crane averaging about 15 points a game on the season. 15.7, 12th in the conference. Gets that one to fall. He has just 4 points on the evening. Gets them both, brings the Saints back within 5 with 10 minutes to go. Halfway through the second half. And I just don't see either team just blowing somebody out here in the next 10 minutes. It's going to be close. Bynum. Down to the baseline, back out top. To Montgomery. To Halliburton. Mathek into the lane, has it stripped away. Dela Cruz with the foul on the reach. 56-51, media timeout. So we'll break away. We'll be back after this message.
Ding dong. Mountain dude? The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dream. Something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine.
Getting my hearing aids was one of the greatest gifts.
It's gorgeous today.
When you don't hear things, you get frustrated. And the more frustrated you get, the more you smoke. I turn to the quit line.
Thank you for calling in. I'm glad that you're taking this step in quitting tobacco. My name is Alejandro.
I seriously owe my life to the quit line. Make that call. Don't hesitate.
Bellevue University Bruins on top of the Carroll College Fighting Saints. Bellevue, one of 6 new teams in the Frontier Conference this season on both the men's and women's side. You got Bellevue, Dakota State, Mayville, Valley City, Dickinson State, and Bismarck State, all new in the Frontier. Out of the timeout, up off the glass, and score it for Matt Matha.
The Bellevue Bigs are starting to make their presence known, and they're just going right at the hoop, and they can elevate and score that thing.
Christie hands it back to Crane. He goes baseline, back to Nate. He'll lay it with the left hand and score it. Nice pass from Crane, and Christie really good at finishing with that left hand. Ball into Thompson. Round's going to pick him up and apply some full court pressure. Pretty good match of these two. Bynum will bring it back out top, however. Phillips. Jaden with 11 points on the night. 19 for Bynum to lead the way. It goes to down low. And Mathick will turn with the left hand, put it up. It won't go. Rebound, pump fake by Phillips, and he's fouled.
Well, the difference from the first half to the second half for Bellevue is they're attacking from the inside. And they are finally winning the rebound battle as the physically bigger team. And then they're doing a great job on Crane. He's 1 for 10, and they're just swarming him.
Making it very difficult for him. Phillips, free throw up and in. Smith in. RJ back into the game.
A way for Crane to get going is like he did on the previous possession. He ran the ball screen with Christie. He dumped it off and let Christie do the finishing.
Do the finishing on, yeah. Speaking of that, Crane with the basketball after those free throws. Stretch this lead out to 7 for the Bruins. We got a whistle and a foul on number 2, J.J. Montgomery. So last night, as I mentioned, Bellevue was in Billings playing Rocky Mountain College, led by as many as 9 in the second half, and ended up losing that game. So I'm sure they do not want to see a repeat of that, as they have a 7-point lead right now. Always tough to win on the road in the Frontier Conference, or win wherever, especially on the road. Ball knocked away, turnover on the Saints. We got a whistle, steal by Phillips, and a foul on Round.
Well, Carroll hasn't got the back cuts like they've been getting and the off-ball movement that they've been getting, the easy buckets in previous games. Bellevue's really used their length.
To do that, yeah.
Used their length on the passer. The passers don't have the vision like they usually do. So credit Bellevue in their defense.
Phillips free throw crawls in. Get another chance here. Jaden Phillips, a senior out of Oakland, California, hits them both. He's had a good game. He's got 15.
Yeah, between him and Bynum, they've been kind of tough to handle up front there.
Harrison, nice pass. Backdoor cut by Round.
And there's one of those back cuts that Carroll's used to getting, and Bellevue fell asleep there.
Phillips on the baseline, far side. Back out to Thompson. Out to Bynum, and he'll reset. He'll fire from the top of the lane. Too short. Rebound, however, goes a long one, and Montgomery comes out with it. Phillips. People all around him. We got a whistle, and Round looks like he fouled him from behind.
That's 2 quick fouls on Round.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
1-1 for Phillips.
And that sends them to the line.
So Jaden Phillips, 13 points last night. He's topped that already.
Bellevue has been able to kind of get in their half-court sets.
Yeah, they have.
Carroll hasn't sped them up like they did in the first half lately. We'll see how you got 7:43 left. Carroll likes to speed you up, but I see Bellevue being able to run their offense right now.
2 more charity tosses for Phillips.
Here comes Jermaine Halliburton into the game. He'll replace Phillips, who will sit down. He's had a big second half here. Round Pushes it to the right side, leaves it out top for Christie. Backdoor cut, it's Crane. He beats Smith at the rim, and we got a whistle and foul. Crane's going to the free throw line.
That's the second backdoor cut Carroll's got and caused problems for Bellevue here.
Nice pass by Christie. And Crane drew the contact. He'll go to the free throw line. RJ Smith is a big human. He's 6'8", but he's wide. Big, strong kid. Crane connects on the first one. Crane has done most of his damage, his scoring from the free throw line. He's 3 of 3 right now. He's just got just 6 points. He's 1 of 10, as you mentioned, from the field.
Maybe look for a little full court pressure here from Carroll. Try to get the tempo in their favor.
There you go. You called it. They're on him. Montgomery across the midcourt, left side. Backing it out. Halliburton to Bynum. Down to 10 on the shot clock as Montgomery heads into the lane. Leaves it out for Thompson. Right down the lane. Lay it off the thing and lay it off the glass and lay it in. Nice job by Smith sealing off Christie so he couldn't get over there to help.
Bellevue's just getting the ball turned and a lot of dribble handoffs, and they're getting mismatches on Carroll switching, and then they're just attacking at the shot clock.
It's Christie into the lane, left hand, put it up and in. Well, he turns that right shoulder, turns that right shoulder, and he's tough down there with that left hand. Down the lane goes Halliburton. He'll lay it up. That won't go. Christie with the rebound. To Harrison, all of a sudden the pace is starting to pick up. And there's Harrison in the lane. That won't go. Gets his own rebound, butts it back up and in. I don't know how he did that. How do you do that?
How about that? One of the smallest guys on the floor races down, gets his miss.
Yep.
Pogo sticks it back up and finishes over the big guys.
Yeah, just like he's made it up. 66-61. 6:22 to go. It's a 5-point Bruin lead. Frontier Conference would like to thank the following corporate sponsors for their continued support of our conference: Logan Health, Cooper Tire, Tirerama, DAA Davidson, Irk Hotels, McDonald's, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, and First Interstate Bank. It's going to be an exciting finish. 5-point lead now for the Bruins, but you can feel the momentum starting to shift a little bit here as Carroll picking up the pace, looking to make a last 5-minute push here. Last 6 minutes, I should say. Bynum with the ball. Let's see if the Bears have an answer out of that timeout. Smith. Now Phillips. They're trying to post up Smith underneath, and Drew Jones is trying to keep track of him, and he is severely undersized. Bynum shoots it over Harrison. That shot won't go. Rebound. Crane whistle. Body's on the floor. Yeah, could go either way. They're going to give that to Drew Jones.